Hi, welcome to the channel. Jay, and this is our 2 cents, where we talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. In today's live, we will be discussing legacy exposed. Terence Crawford retires. B-side narratives old and exposed. And Tank getting stripped. But before we do that, make sure you punch that like and subscribe button, and make sure you let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as we go throughout the live. Be sure to help support the channel by hitting the Cash App at $2 boxing, or let me know and dropping it below your 2 cents in the super chat, like Garber11 starting to support off early tonight with the $19.99 in the super chat, saying absolutely nothing, just supporting the channel. Shout out Gerber for the $19.99 in the super chat. And for those of you that do not know, orange is my favorite color. Shout out to Gerber11. Turn that up. There we go. Oh, it's Big Bob Gunn. Why I say Gerber11? Gerber. Shout out Big Bob Gunn in the building. Gonna let some more people pull up in here. It's 2 cents after dark. I can't be on here till 3 o'clock in the morning with y'all like I was last week, because I was out of town, kind of like a mini vacation type of situation. You know what I'm saying? But the audacity, Boxing Hacker, people was mad at you after that lie. They was mad at me. They was mad at me for letting you talk on the live. They was mad. I was like, listen, I was like, y'all know my platform. It's everybody entitled to their own opinion. But Boxing Hacker, you was trying to argue historical facts. And people was like, is this guy crazy? Is this guy for real? But it is what it is. But those of you that are new here and don't understand how this works, for some reason, when I start talking on here, my mouth gets so dry. I don't know what that's about. For those of you that are new here and don't understand how this works, this is 2 cents after dark. Well, we talk everything boxing, but the conversation might veer here, it might veer there. And normally you want to kind of stay on topic, stay on boxing, but here on 2 cents after dark, we just let the conversation drift. And it goes where it goes. We keep everything respectful. We keep everything educated for the most part, for most people. And we understand the fact that everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And we listen and we don't judge over here at 2 cents boxing. Shout out to Mr. Greg in the building. What up, Boxing Hacker? Band up. Big Bob Gunn, Jason William in the building. Jason, I don't think I haven't seen you in a minute. 888 mil 333 in the building. Salute. Ian Old Boxing 5042 in the building. What's going on? So, Gap Tooth Games, what up? What up, Gap Tooth? Omega Red, what's up, Omega? Omega Red say, boxers always say they retire when they don't get their way. Childish behavior. Have fun with this topic. I mean, I don't think him retiring is childish. I feel like it's about time. You feel me? That's how I feel about it. Like, I don't feel like it's childish. I don't think feel like it's childish at all. Some people saying, oh, he retiring because he ain't getting the money he wants for the Canelo fight. Even better reason to retire. If you can't get the money you want, then what you gonna keep doing it for? You just made $50 million, allegedly. So shit, I don't understand. You the best fighter to infinity and beyond, and ain't really nobody left for you to fight. Who he gonna fight if he don't fight Canelo? Nobody. He beats everybody. He beats everybody in every division. It's nobody that can beat him. So he damn near forced to retire because he's so good. He's so good, like he's forced to retire. It's nobody unless y'all finna go into outer space and bring somebody back for him to fight. Unless y'all finna go to infinity and beyond and snatch somebody up for him to fight. I mean, other than that, what's left? What's left for Bud to do? I mean, we already know if he go to heavyweight, he gonna beat Usyk. He gonna beat. I mean, shit. Who can't he beat? You name him, Bud got him. Long as they old, hurt, been at the weight too long, any of that going on, he for sure it's going down. He got him. But I wanted to start the conversation off tonight of people saying that Gervonta Tank Davis will be getting stripped. Y'all know I was being sarcastic, right? I hope y'all can read the sarcasm. I hope y'all can read the pettiness in my voice. But I am your leader. You do know you voluntarily clicked on this video, right? So you can voluntarily click off. You can come back after we stop talking about Tank. Shout out to Boxing Hacker with the $2 in the super chat. He said, Bud is retiring as the best. True face of boxing. Shout out Boxing. Bud been the face of boxing for 2 months. And then he retires. Get out of here with that. And somebody told me all great fighters fight until they lose. That's what I had heard. Yeah, y'all punch that like subscribe button. So someone said that Gervonta Tank Davis was getting stripped because of his legal issues. Listen, I'm trying to be cool with the Bud thing. I'm trying to let y'all have it, but if the Johnson bouncing get too hard in the chat, we're gonna have to just come on, y'all. He just retired today. I'm trying to let y'all have it, but y'all got y'all seatbelts and helmets on. I gotta get a visual. Y'all got the seatbelts and the helmets on, and it's just like this all I'm hearing in the chat. That's all I'm hearing in the chat. That's what I sound like in the chat. When I look at the chat, this is what I hear. Come on, y'all. Keep it light. Keep it light. Shout out to Terence T-Bud Crawford, the most 3-time undisputed, 13 belts in 6 fights. We've never seen nobody do it. Shout out to him. He had an amazing career. He definitely accomplished a lot. Shout out to him. There we go. We got to keep it there. We got to keep it there. Shout out to him. Oh, it's definitely an opinion-free zone. Who did I say couldn't say their opinion? I said if it gets to too much Johnson bouncing, then I'm going to have to mash the gas. That's what I said. So y'all can have y'all opinion. Now that Bud retired, I'm betting a lot of the haters going to run out of content. Like who? Don't nobody make no content solely on Bud. Y'all delusional. I barely even talk about Bud on here like that unless y'all come in here with the. But it's Bud. He retired. Shout out to Bud. But I did put Legacy Exposed in the title, so I'm probably gonna have to cook y'all anyway. The God Boxing will be missed indeed by his diehard fans and most definitely his haters. The God Box, the what? Oh, thank you, I'm your leader. You got me back on task. So some people saying that Javante Tank Davis is going to be stripped because of his legal issues. And I'm just curious, is that a reason that people get stripped? And what legal issues does he have exactly? What legal issues does Javante Tank Davis have right now? I'm just curious. Somebody let me know and drop it below. What are his legal issues? I don't know. Maybe I missed something. Because he got legal issues that he about to be stripped. What legal issues? He's doing nothing with the belt. Boxing Hacker, when is the last time that Tank fought? Didn't he just fight a couple months ago? What you mean he doing nothing with the belt? Oh my god. Did he not just fight a couple months ago? Am I tripping? Come on, man. Y'all gotta be. That's what I'm asking, Mr. Greg. What are his legal issues? I feel like I missed something. So, can anybody in the chat, whether you're on the mobile version or the big version, let me know what are his legal issues? So when did Tank fight? I am your leader. How I'm asking the question. When did he fight? Did he fight in 2025? Did Tank fight in 2025? Okay, in March. So what you mean he not doing nothing with the belt? He just fought in March. What are y'all talking about? It hasn't even been a year. It hasn't even been a year. So just because we're 2 weeks, but I am your leader. You know how it works on a calendar I know it's about to be a new year, 2026, but from March to March would make that one calendar year from the last time he fought. So just because the year starts over, that doesn't make it a year. You know that, right? He's a clown. He wanted to fight Jake Paul. What does that have to do with him being stripped? He didn't even fight Jake Paul. So it's crazy. He didn't even fight Jake Paul, and y'all still talking about Jake Paul. Y'all been talking about Jake Paul since the rumors started about Jake Paul. Then y'all was crying and bitching leading up to the Jake Paul fight. Then the Jake Paul fight didn't happen, and y'all still talking about how he was about to fight Jake Paul. I wish he would have just fought Jake Paul. I feel like y'all want to see it. Honestly, I do. Because y'all keep talking about Jake Paul. He didn't fight Jake Paul. So wouldn't that be over with? That's crazy. But like I was saying, nobody told me about any legal issues. So I don't know. Maybe it's just a rumor. Some people hearing on the YouTube streets. Like they constantly talking about Tanks should be stripped for one reason or another. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And I am your leader act like people force him to watch Tank. Like they tape his eyes open and tie his hands behind his back in a cement room with just a TV. And he tied to like a chair that's like locked to the ground. And then they just make him watch Tank fights over and over and over and over. But that's not a legal issue, Boxing Hacker. It's been no charges filed or nothing. So that's not a legal issue. What's the legal issue? Not what somebody said. I don't know, Boxing Hacker. A lot of people telling me T.O. was undisputed. That ain't the first time I heard that. So that's a whole little debacle going on over there. Blue Hustle, man, what's up? You ain't missing nothing. A lot of Johnson bouncing earlier. As soon as I read the title, the chat just started going crazy. She's taking it to court. But that's not a legal issue. I mean, he going to court, but that's not a reason to be stripped. Because I'm have a civil lawsuit. That's not a reason to be stripped. Mr. Greg says she has not officially filed anything to date. That's what I'm saying, Mr. Greg. Like, they want us to believe that because somebody filed this lawsuit, that's a legal issue, and now he should be stripped. That's not a legal issue. It's no charges. It's no warrants. It's no none of that. Box Hacker, taking it to court is a pending legal issue. It's a civil issue. They're going to civil court, Boxing Hacker. Getting sued is not a reason to strip me. What are you talking about? When people think of legal issues, they're talking about getting arrested, going to jail, on trial. Those are what people are talking about. Now, if he's about to go on trial, I could see him being stripped. But he's not about to go on trial. So you think he should be stripped for a civil matter, Boxing Hacker? That really nobody's presented any evidence for real. There are no criminal charges right now. So what is he being stripped for? That's what I'm saying. You saying he should be stripped because he got to go to civil court? It doesn't make sense. Didn't Devin Haney have shit raged against him? Nobody would be saying he need to get stripped. And Mr. Greg say, but there is yet a civil case filed as of today. So, Mr. Greg, you said they haven't even filed a civil case? So if they don't even have any dates, how can you strip me? It's not even no dates or nothing. Mr. Greg said they haven't even filed yet. That's what I'm saying, Boxing Hacker. Y'all just... I don't know. The whole situation seems weird to me. It's been like, what, a month and a half, 2 months now? Two and a half. I don't know. It's been a long time for somebody to just... It's just like it went away. Like, what happened? Then they wrote that little article real quick of somebody that's seen the video through FaceTime, allegedly, or whatever the case may be. But other than that, we haven't heard anything. And then the things that they said in the article didn't line up with the things that were said in the lawsuit. So it's all fugazi. We got to see what happens. Who think Bud is trash, Jason Williams? Who is they? Who they really think Bud is trash? Who have you ever heard say Bud is trash? Who think Bud is trash? Jason Williams. Don't come in here with this emotional stuff tonight. We don't do that on 2 Cents After Dark. Is this your first time here, Jason? This ain't the regular show. Because Blue Hustle Man Boxing Hacker is in the mobile version. I got two streams going on at one time because I'm like that. I got a mobile version and I got a regular version. You see how they do, J Man? They all in the comments being emotional. I know, man. They really think Bud is trash. Only hit dogs holler. That's what they say. I asked you who said it. They really think Bud is trash. He's the greatest of all time. Why can't they see it? Cause ain't nobody say that, J Man. He just made that up. And then when you ask him about it, he said, "Hey, dog, holla." Oh man, leave Bud alone. Leave Bud alone. Stop it. 3 times undisputed. Not one single run. Not one single undisputed run. 3 times undisputed. How can you be certain she did file, Boxing Hacker? Hmm? All this made me a T.O. fan, though. Murphy Brown, 8229. That's a reach over here. T.O. I'm not a fan of T.O. It's not like I dislike T.O., but I don't like T.O. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I don't even care. Like, I just don't even pay T.O. no attention. Like, he always just doing some stupid shit. Like, T.O. just annoying. I just can't even pay T.O. no attention. It's hard enough to listen to Shakur. But T.O., I can't. He always sends some suspect stuff and he just be so suspect all the time. It's like, T.O., every time a camera on you, you saying some gay shit. And that's fine. I don't have a problem with anybody's sexuality. You do what you want to do. But it's just, I don't like it. Aircraft carrier say, I don't like T.O. either, but he misvalued by the bookies. Uh, I don't know. The T.O. Shakur fight, this is my biggest thing about the fight that I think about when his dad said, like, basically, like, the biggest struggle they're going to have with the T.O. fight is making weight. So, obviously, he's going to have some struggles and trouble making the weight. And that is a big deal when these fighters stay at the weight classes too long. It really affects the way they fight. But if T.O. can get to Shakur, it's gonna be a very interesting fight. Other than that, it's gonna, and then people is like, because I want to say it's just gonna look like the Jermaine Ortiz fight, but Shakur don't got footwork. Like, Shakur does not use his footwork like that. Like, this fantasy footwork y'all be seeing Shakur with, he does not pivot, turn, move lateral. He don't do none of that really. He's good at distance control and staying out of range. Those are two completely different things. I don't know why y'all mix them up. That's it. That's it. But T.O. Senior did say if Shakur try that jump back. So they might be prepared for Shakur. You never know with T.O. That's another reason why it's so hard to analyze this fight, because you never know what to expect from T.O. You really don't. Distance control and staying out of range is a form of footwork. I didn't say it wasn't a form of footwork, but people act like he got footwork like Karen Kukadajian and he just be in the ring. He doesn't. That's the point that I'm trying to make, is that he doesn't move lateral. He doesn't pivot, spin. He don't do all of that. He not creating angles, kind of. He do create angles a little bit. But T.O.'s athletic. T.O.'s quick. People want to see how Shakur Stevenson's style match up with a fighter like that. That's why this is a good fight. I'm your leader. I know you don't know nothing about boxing, bro. I know you don't know nothing about boxing. He don't got great footwork, boxing hacker. He's good at staying out of range and distance control. Why can't you understand the difference? It's a difference. It's levels to footwork. He's very good at that. I ain't taking that away from him. I'm just saying the way y'all think his footwork is, it's not like that. That's all I'm saying. Golly. That's all I'm saying. T.O. is a good win for Shakur. But we're not going to sit here and this would be my issue. I agree, Blue Hustle Man. T.O. is a good win for Shakur. But we're not going to sit here and say Shakur Stevenson the best at 140 pounds because he's a lineal champion. That don't mean, okay, you a lineal champion. Cool. But it's a plethora of other people at 140 pounds that we cannot say Teofimo Lopez is the best at 140. Well, I'm not going to say it because I'm a casual. I don't give a fuck about no lineal belt. I'm a casual, so I'm going with my eyes. Teofimo Lopez, to me, is not the best fighter at 140 pounds. And we're not going to try to say that so that when Shakur beat Tio, we're going to be like, oh, no, Shakur is the best fighter at 140 pounds. No, that's not sliding with me. Oh, I forgot a super chat. My bad, y'all. Hold on. I'm cooking. I'm in the kitchen. Shout out Isaiah. What you doing? $1.99 in the super chat. He say hacker overweight. He don't know what footwork is. Shout out to Isaiah. What you doing? Y'all get what I'm saying? Shakur is not finna unify with no Gary Antoine Russell. Cut it out, boxing hacker. Cut it out. That's what I'm saying. That's a bad style matchup for Shakur. He can fight him, but I doubt it. Puello is good. Do y'all think Teofimo could beat Puello? Could he beat Russell? Could he beat Matias? Like, come on, y'all. How y'all gonna sit here and say that T.O. is the best? And that's my only. I'm not saying T.O. not a good fight. I'm not saying T.O. gonna be. I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying we're not gonna sit here and say that T.O. is the best at 140 pounds. He's not. Because he's not. How am I underestimating Shakur and Devin? Please tell me how I'm underestimating Shakur and Devin when I just told the internet that Devin was going to beat Brian Norman. Box circles around him. Tell me how I'm underestimating. Where is the underestimation, boxing hacker? Yes, I seen the sparring video. If Shakur's guys, it's sparring, first of all. They got on headgear and 16-ounce gloves. How old was that sparring? And then y'all got to keep in mind, Shakur Stevenson can't even make a fist. Like, that is a real thing, y'all. I'm not saying that to be funny. Shakur Stevenson be slapping his punches in the ring like he an amateur. Then go back and watch his pay to fight. He literally like slapping his punches because I don't know if he trying not to hurt his hand or I don't know. But he in there slapping, punching with the side of his hand. And there's a pay to fight. Go watch the fight. So even if Shakur Stevenson may have been more competitive with these guys, if his hands was better, y'all have to take these things into consideration when y'all trying to analyze him being in the ring with other fighters. Like, that's a real thing. He break his hands every fucking fight. Come on, y'all. And T.O. got a leaping left hook. That jump back shit, you're going to jump right into a leaping left hook. It's definitely a possibility. Shout out to the angry casual fan in the building. You feel what I'm saying? Aircraft carrier? Boy can barely hold a microphone. Come on, man. It's great that Shakur Stevenson, if his hands in that state and he's still able to fight, make money, and provide for his family and win and improve his resume and do all of these things, shout out to him. But what I'm not gonna let y'all do is do all this extra. Not on After Dark. We're not doing it after dark. This ain't the regular show. This ain't the regular show. You think Devin could never fight Boots and Shakur can't fight Gary? Those two can compete with anyone near their weight class. Boots will beat the career out of Devin Haney. And Shakur can fight Gary. Gary will probably drop him, though. He'll probably stop him. That's what I think. But you know, it's like, hey, that's just my 2 cents. We'll see if he fight him, boxing hacker. Because we don't even know if Shakur gonna go back down, if he gonna stay in 140. And I don't understand why he went to 140 pounds anyway when Keyshawn Davis just got there. Like, are they teaming up and like taking on the division together? The I don't know, the boxing Avengers? What is it? What is it? The boxing duo? The DL squad? What'd you say, Boxing Hacker? They got a DL relationship? The DL squad? Is that what they doing, taking on 140 together? I don't get it. I want T.O. to fight Shakur like he fought Kambosos. Go for the KO early. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. And even though T.O. barely still even lost that fight to Kambosos, even though he was tripping. But somebody said T.O. shit was fucked up for real in that fight. Because I seen a video of somebody, him doing some type of punch challenge. Somebody punching him in the stomach or something stupid. Something stupid he was doing before. Some stupid he was doing before his fight with Kambosos. And I'm glad Tank is quote unquote retired or dealing with his quote unquote legal issues. Because now these guys can separate themselves from Tank and go have their own identity. Even though you see Bill Haney still trying to attach his name to Tank for whatever reason, even though they 2 weight classes up. Hold on, y'all. I gotta do something real quick. Be right back, y'all. Hold on. All right. I'm back.
But they're in Destiny.
All right, so what we was talking about? I had got distracted right fast. See what y'all talking about in the chat. I'm about to drop the link. Mr. Greg say, hacker, you think Devin can beat Boots? The only way Devin, the dream, turns into a nightmare and he beats Boots is if he's drugged and injured. Boxing hacker, what are the keys to victory for Devin Haney to beat Boots? What are the keys to victory? Like, how do you see that fight going in your head? No, I see. I got a picture of T.O. getting punched by a big dude too. I gotta find it. Somebody say since Conti died, everybody moving up and Bud retired. I wasn't gonna go there. I'm not going there tonight. I'm keeping it light. Keeping it light. Even though it do say legacy exposed in the title. Haney going out worse than Lima. Wow. Ooh, it's gonna be man. Do y'all understand how devastating of a knockout Boots will put on Devin Haney? Because Devin Haney a big guy too. Like if Ryan Garcia can drop Devin multiple times, what y'all think Boots gonna do to him? I don't understand. Like Devin's a good fighter, y'all. He's a good fighter. Just let him be a good fighter. All this other stuff y'all talking about, because he beat Cambosis, because he beat Regis, because he beat Brian Norman. Come on, guys, cut it out. Because he run around here hitting licks for belts, and y'all want everybody to Johnson bounce. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Just keep it light. Keep it what it is. He's a good fighter. He getting some accolades. He's collecting some accolades. Shout out to him. But we're not gonna act like. Listen, y'all said, and we ain't supposed to be talking about this, but y'all said that if Jerron Boots Ennis went undisputed at 147 pounds, it would not mean anything because the division is trash. Right? I agree. Not necessarily that the division is trash, but that if he was to beat Crocker, Barrios, and Rowley, people wouldn't give him any credit for that. Even though he collected the accolades, they still would say Boots ain't fought nobody, he ain't proven, he ain't this and that. So, boom, go to 154 pounds and do it there. Then we'll be impressed. I don't disagree with that. Knight Rider say, yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, that was a sentiment, Boxing Hacker. And I didn't disagree. I agree. There's no reason for you sticking around at the 47 trying to get this undisputed just so you could say you was undisputed. But look who you had to fight to get it. Now, one person said to Devin Haney should go to 54 and try to get undisputed at 54, because if he do it at 147, beating Crocker, Rowley, Norman, it ain't gonna really mean nothing, because he's levels above those guys. Not one person has ever said that. So without saying it, and that's cool if y'all don't want to say it, and subconsciously what y'all have let out into the consciousness, and y'all trying to disguise it as something else, is that y'all don't think Devin Haney is as good as Boots. Because if Devin Haney goes undisputed at 147 pounds, it's time to strap on the helmet and the seat belt. But if Boots was to do it, it's time to pile on the criticism. Oh, Angry Casual say Haney a master at choosing mismatches. Ooh, well, Angry Casual, you may have a point, because everybody keep crying about how Bill told Crawford to go fight Canelo. Canelo is this and that. He's a small guy. And blah, blah, blah. So Bill's a super matchmaker. But the point that I'm trying to make is that y'all agree. Y'all don't think Devin is as good as, I don't want to say it's as good. Y'all don't think Devin is on the same level as Boots either. It's okay. It's levels to this boxing game. It is. Unfortunately, the level y'all try to portray Devin to be on, he's not at that level. However, he's still a good fighter. He's still going around getting the accolades. It's cool. It's okay. That's it. That's all. What is the problem with that? Let me know and drop it below. What is the problem with that? Mr. Greg say Devin is not remotely as good as Bud. He's not even remotely. Do you know what you do with a remote boxing hacker? You sit across your room and you change the channel on your TV. That's what you do. So he's not even remotely, nowhere near as good as Boots. He's nowhere near. Is he faster than Boots? Is he stronger than Boots? Does he got more power than Boots? Is his footwork better than Boots? Is he bigger than Boots? Boxing hacker, please tell me how Devin would. You're not gonna keep saying Devin would beat Boots without putting no keys to victory. How is Devin gonna beat Boots? With his bow and arrow jab? With the jab and grab? He's not jabbing and grabbing Boots. That's not happening. No. Trust me, I know boxing, because no, you don't. Give me the keys to victory. Trust me, I know boxing. If that ain't that boxing hacker, you sound like a scammer, bro. Don't ever tell nobody trust me. Big Supreme in the building. What up, Big Supreme? Big Supreme in the building, y'all. He ain't been around in a minute. Boots has been the most avoided fighter in the past few years for a reason. Facts. But somebody explain to me, since everybody at 147 pounds that Devin got a fight already been knocked out by Gervonta Tank Davis, why didn't y'all encourage him to move up to 54? Why didn't y'all tell him that if he go undisputed at 47, it's not gonna mean nothing? He still ain't fought nobody. I'm just asking. And this leads me to another topic in my title: B-side narratives, old and exposed. The B-side narratives are old and they're exposed. Everybody's over it. At this point, paid in full, say God 2 cents. I didn't get a bomb when I came in. I'm talking shit. Now, Supreme ain't been here in months. Supreme ain't been here in months. Come on, now y'all throw me out. What happened? Let me see. Oh, the B-side narrative. See, at this point, right? December 2025 has been. I'm gonna title this month "Hypocrisy Exposed December." Veil lifted December. Whatever, we're gonna figure it out, because this is the month where all the narratives, majority of them, all the hypocrisy, majority of it, has gotten exposed. And I haven't really sat down and made a list, but I'm gonna probably make a longer list. I'm gonna run through some things right now I can think of off the top of my head. But Friday all-woman panel, we're probably gonna go through a list when I get Key and Jupe up here, if they're able to come up here on Friday. So Devin, the dream turned into a nightmare, Haney, has been calling out Gervonta Tank Davis since 2015. 2015. And it's about to be 2026, and you just called him out the day before yesterday, or 2 days ago, or yesterday, or whenever that was. And I'm trying to figure out why. Why did Bill Haney call out Javante Tank Davis? At this point, not only have you been calling him out for so long, allegedly, you are now 2 weight classes above. You are now 2 weight classes above. But yet and still, you are still trying to attach your name to Javante Tank Davis. And at this point, like, you got to realize that nobody's taking y'all serious. And the only people that's believing that and believing this is Devin Haney fans. Nobody is even like Bill, sit down. Like, Javante Tank Davis, like, Bill, sit down. Go fight Lewis Crocker, Barrios, or whoever you're trying to make a fight with at 147 pounds. Call out Ryan. Yeah, that's your biggest legacy fight. Call out Ryan. Leave me alone. I got legal issues, allegedly. Leave me alone. So let's just stop with this fighter ducking me, this fight. Like, in between the fights, Bill, Devin, y'all don't have to make it seem like all the other fighters are ducking you. You don't have to do that. That is so old and played at this point. Like, I can't, the only people falling, maybe at this point, I believe they're doing that for their fans, because anybody outside of that is not believing that. Like, we seeing straight through it. So I guess this is kind of like a little intervention to the Hanos clan. Like, y'all gotta wake up. Like, y'all gotta stop letting Bill twist y'all minds around with that bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, just let him focus on 147 pounds. We're not gonna act like everybody ducking you. All the name, y'all attach yourself all the names that's hot, and then you try to act like they ducking you. It's the same thing Shakur Soft Touch Stevenson do. He attaches name to all the fighters that's hot, and he not about to fight none of them. Every time he fighting somebody, it's somebody who. Now, that's another thing that's getting old. Like, Shakur, we're over it, Shakur. Shakur will attach himself to who's ever hot. Let me give you an example. Connor, the Incredible Edible Egg Ben. Shakur Stevenson even attached his name to Connor Ben and then told him, I'll come up and fight you, but you got to have a weight clause. You got to have a rehydration clause. Yeah. That same thing you did to Eubank, I'll come up and fight you, and you got to have a weight clause. Because Shakur Stevenson wants to have an advantage. He doesn't want to fight Conor being at his best, and he wants him to be weak. And those aren't my words. That's what Shakur Stevenson said. Those not my words. That's what Shakur Stevenson said. That's what I'm saying, Big Supreme. Exactly. He say, damn, my nigga Haney was getting some shine, and then here comes Bill making niggas salty again, SMH. That's what I'm saying. There was no need for Bill to do that. These fighters need their own identities. Why do y'all keep trying? If it wasn't for Tank, where would these fighters be? Who would know them? And y'all could say they would be this, they would be that, they would be this, and they would be that. Okay, well, if that's the case, why they keep mentioning Tank name? I don't understand it. Blue Hustle Man, what you mean what I'm drinking? What you mean what I'm drinking? Shakur Stevenson said he would fight Conor Benn and Devin Haney at 147 pounds if they wasn't at their best, they was weak. What you mean? That's what he said. That's exactly bar for bar, word for word. You think I'm making it up? He don't want to fight them at their best. He want to fight them with an advantage when they weak, not at their best. I didn't say that. I listen. I didn't say that. Let me find this real quick because y'all think I'm playing. Let me find it right fast. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna find it. Thank you. Oh, that's my Calypso. Yes, Mr. Greg, I'm on the mobile and I'm on a regular size YouTube. So you can have your choice of where you want to stream me at. He say, you know, Ben will clip him. And then I'm like, who? Do y'all really want to see Conor Benn and Shakur Stevenson? That's not a fight that ever was in my mind. I'd rather see Devin Haney fight Conor Benn before I see Shakur Stevenson. Okay, hold on. Let me drop the link. But I'm telling y'all. Let me show y'all real quick what Shakur said.
Wait, and I don't want no like rehydration clause. I don't want nothing that's gonna take away from me actually beating him. So he could come in long as he make the actual weight, I'll be with it. But it's gonna have to be a lot of testing. It's gonna have to be like some real testing, and I'm with it. Like, let's make it happen there.
The rehydration clause, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, I think
because Tank does that to every fighter. So he is
yeah.
Does Frank Martin has to do the same thing?
I don't know what Frank Martin has to do, but Frank Martin is more so like a 135 pounder. So I don't understand the reason why he would do it.
Okay.
But nah, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Because if you go watch when Ryan fought Tank, and you watch when Devin fought Tank, and you see like the size, the how good he's feeling. Like you could tell he's feeling good on that night. Like the weight and everything. Like I think that nah, that's some bullshit. That's some like I need an advantage, and with the advantage, I mean I'm gonna do what I gotta do and it's gonna be easy to knock out a nigga that's weak.
I mean, what else do I need to say? He wants to fight Devin Haney and Conor Benn with an advantage. He wants them to be weak. Where is the YouTube outrage and uproar? Huh? Where is it? I thought rehydration clauses was ruining boxing. Another B-side narrative exposed again. It's been exposed again.
Hey, 2 cents. Can you run that last part back again?
Yeah, I'll play it again. Hold on. I got to mute you, Peyton, before you got a lot of background noise. It's been exposed again. All narratives have been exposed at this point, this month. Y'all cried about Tank moving up 5 pounds to fight Roach. Roach moving up 5 pounds to fight Tank when one, he was a champion, And two, he had already had fights at the 35 division. But why is T.O. not a weight bully? He's pulling up a 35 champion of 40. But this is a great fight. But T.O. and Shakur is a great fight. T.O. the best fighter at 140 pounds. Shakur going up to fight him. It's not one thing. I haven't heard not one person mention weight. I haven't heard not one person say T.O. is a weight bully. Not one person. And like y'all don't realize how y'all let the media play with y'all and y'all get caught up in these psyops.
And then 2 Cent. Oh, my bad.
Hold on. People move up to fight fighters all the time. So y'all don't got a problem with Shakur, with Devin pulling Shakur up to 147 pounds? Y'all don't got a problem with that fight? And not only do y'all not have a problem with that fight, y'all don't have a problem with Shakur saying he want a rehydration clause. I haven't, it's no refuting dispute after all of that snotting and crying y'all did. Like it's over. Like it's the hardcores, y'all are done. Like stick a fork in y'all. Y'all are done. But shout out to the panel. Mr. Greg, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Shakur is still acting like he's on a reality TV show with all these conditions and how he'll destroy or beat or win as long as the conditions are right for him to win. That's how it sounds to me anyway. Doesn't sound like a fighter who's daring and challenging everyone to come in this ring with me to show me what you got. That's how I'm seeing it. That's one more reason why I say Shakur is just fading. He's not living up to what I feel is the hype that was behind him when he first came out. And I don't think now if he beats T.O. and he beats T.O. in a outstanding or exciting fashion, that'll go a long ways toward him being seen as what he's supposed to be. But until that happens, he won't. As far as Dev fighting Boots, that's just ridiculous. Bill is not going to let him go up there to do that. And Dev is not in the same class as Boots. And hackers listening, I just told him I don't normally bet any gamble. I stopped years ago. But on that fight, if that fight happens, however you want to arrange it, I will bet you 4 figures, whatever figure you're comfortable with, that Boots beats the brakes off of Devin. So when that happens, we'll arrange it. If you want to referee at 2 cents and take a percentage or holding the money, we can do all of that. So that's the challenge that I'm giving Hacker.
Talk your shit, Mr. Greg.
You hear that, Boxing Hacker? He ain't talking about $50.
So we can do that. And we can guarantee that we'll send out Zelle or whatever the money for you to hold. Like I said, you can take a piece of the action for holding, and we'll do that. So if that fight happens, come up and do what you say and talk what you talk, but then back it up, because I'm ready to do that.
Boxing Hacker just chatting.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just putting it out there. But yeah, I and on the topic of Bud, has retired. Okay, he's gone. He did what he did in the game. Sin Ironheart won't have him the clown or challenge anymore because he's gone. So I'm sure he'll find somebody else to start challenging. So I'm sure he's laughing at right now if he's in the chat. I don't see him yet. And shout out to Big Supreme. I thought I was talking to him. I guess that was Sunday, but that was another Supreme I was talking. The other Supreme that comes on. But I was wondering where he'd been at. So, and that's why I was asking you, were you on 2 sites, because I couldn't see in the chat everybody that you were talking to. Omega, Big Supreme, Blue Hustle Man, and I think it was somebody else because I couldn't see them. So that's why I asked you that. But yeah, that's what I got starting off. If we talking about Shakur, shucks, what he's doing is ridiculous to me. I hope that when he fights T.O., that he shows us something we ain't seen, because we haven't seen anything based on how he likes to talk. So we haven't seen that yet. So I hope we do. And I'll yield until we get open up on the floor.
We're gonna go with you paid in full, but I'm just saying, man, Mr. Greg, they just exposed like all these narratives is done. They can't keep running the same plays over and over. We see through it. They can't keep trying to attach themselves to Tank. Like it's time to move on.
Yeah, and if Tank is gone, and who's to say whether he is or not? Only time, the next couple. I think in the next couple of months we'll see. Maybe next year because this year is almost over. But that's the other thing. That I don't know who wrote that or who said that Tank was getting stripped because of his legal issues. Tank currently does not have legal issues. There are
That's what I
allegations,
said.
there are rumors. There's no criminal charges as of yet filed. There, I haven't seen or heard or read anything that there even that there's an official criminal investigation to lead to charges. There may be, but that hasn't happened yet. And the civil suit, you can talk about filing a civil suit, but once it's filed and stamped, because we talked about that earlier this when this first came up, until it's filed and stamped, you don't have to have a date. Judges will set a date. The clerks actually set the dates on these trials anyway. But when it's filed, that's when it's official. And then a judge down the road, they'll come to court actually, and a date will be set for all the hearings and the process that lead up to a trial, if a trial even takes place. But right now, that hasn't happened. So what is he being stripped for if that's a real thing? Because you can't say he's being stripped because of legal issues because he don't have them. So maybe somebody is just saying that, making it up. But you can't strip somebody for something that has not happened. That's part of your rule. And I don't think it is. You can pull somebody off a fight for the allegation, particularly if it involves some criminal stuff that is taking place. And certainly, if there's any domestic type of violence allegation, you don't have to have the charge for that. But that's what the companies do that now. If you're being charged or accused of beating or smacking or hurting a woman, you'll lose your job or you'll get suspended at least. And in boxing, because they don't want it being said that the fighter who's alleged to have beat or hurt somebody is being rewarded with a fight. So they'll pull the fight card, particularly if it's high profile. They don't want nobody out there protesting about this fighter doing it, doing it.
You're a little muffled, Mr. Greg.
Oh, I'm sorry. They don't want the fighter to the fight card to be protested against because they think the fighter's being rewarded and it's being accused of beating a woman. So,
Oh,
you know, that's how that happens a lot. Because I think Hacker said something about when Rolly was accused of something, they pulled him off the card.
yeah, yeah.
That's happened.
It
It
ain't
happened.
got nothing to do with being strip boxing hacker.
Right,
They
right.
just pulled Tank off the card because he was
That's what I
accused.
told him. It has nothing to do with that. If that
Oh,
happens in corporate America, that happens. Period. You just those allegations hurt you when it comes to domestic violence.
all right, all right, all
Right?
right. Paid in full. What's your 2 cents? What
What's
you got for the show?
what's going on, Toussaint? Salute to
Hey,
y'all.
babe.
Salute to Mr. What's going on, Mr. Greg? Yeah, I agree with a lot of what Mr. Greg said. Far as I think Shakur got a. I think this is coming out party. So I think this will really dictate where his career gonna go from this point forward. Um, I don't like the capping and shit that he be doing. Like, bro, how you gonna bitch about somebody talking about you don't respect the motherfucker for putting rehydration clauses on people, but yet you talking about you want to rehydrate somebody or whatever, and then he let the dude that whoever the fuck was interviewing him pretty much told him pretty much lied and said that well Tank puts everybody on a rehydration clause, which is a fucking lie. The only person that had a rehydration clause was Ryan and who was the and Barrios.
Barrios.
Yeah. So my thing is this. So was he supposed to just so he's supposed to just go in the ring pretty much with all disadvantages just to prove that he's great instead of being smart and doing it the right way. Like I don't understand that portion of it, but I'm with Mr. Greg on that, bro. If if Devin want to be call himself like try to be great or whatever, he want to fight Boots, bro. I'm with Mr. Greg on that one, bro. Boxer Hacker, I know you ain't gonna step up to the plate, but yeah.
Hey, I don't got no problem. If they want to fight, go ahead and fight. But I'm just
But he
saying,
not gonna. But he gonna do the same shit that he did with Shakur, bro. Like when they was at 135, no different than
And what's
act like
that?
they wanted to fight him, and then wait till you move out the weight class, and then all of a sudden now you want to go for one. You want to go to undisputed at 147 all of a sudden. But you ain't do the
yep.
same shit when you was at 147. I mean 140.
You said
No,
135. You
it's
meant
not your turn, hacker.
147?
It's not your turn, hacker. Not your
I
turn, hacker.
said I
No,
said
that
one
was
at
Flyer. Not that
140.
wasn't
At
me.
140,
I
all
mean,
of a sudden
flyer. My bad.
he couldn't make the weight. So supposedly he couldn't make the weight. But since 47, Boots moved out of 47, all of a sudden now he's saying he want to go for undisputed at 47. But it wasn't the same energy at 140.
And he also sat on Andre Ward couch and said he ain't worried about belts. He want big fights and all this other cap stuff. He said,
Exactly.
but be more bully. What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Yeah, man. I'm sitting up here and I'm just listening to the hypocrisies in this ridiculous. I'm just shaking my head how these cats think they constantly get away with this bull crap that they be doing. You know what I mean? You gonna sit up 1 month, well, a year ago, you gonna go here and you gonna come down and talk mad shit about Tank and rehydration clauses and how it's bullshit and it's weak. You know what I mean? But then come around and you go ahead and open up your mouth and say you want to put a rehydration clause on Connor Ben and Devin Haney. Tell me, yo, is crazy. You can't make this shit up. And then at the same time, you got Keyshawn on $1 million worth of game saying, fuck them daggone belts and those sanctioning bodies. And then he came out his mouth and said this. He said, undisputed ain't shit. It ain't worth shit. Fuck those belts. And I'm shaking my head. I'm like, so look, seriously, Tank said that shit 6 years ago. And this proved the fact that Tank is 6 years ahead of these clowns every time they open their mouth. 6 years behind Tank. No wonder he the face of boxing. No wonder whenever he come out with a serious treat or announce a fight or whatever, the internet go crazy. Social media goes bananas. This man is who he is. He's him. Plain and simple. If any of these motherfuckers can beat him, then he will remain being him. But then again, the only person that can beat Tank is Tank. That's my 2 cents.
All right, all right, all right. Shout out,
Oh,
be
last
more
thing,
bully.
last thing, one thing, 2 cents about the stripping shit. I don't think they gonna strip him because for one, he don't have a mandatory right now, and it's the same shit that they said when he was finna fight Jake Paul. They said the same thing that his status for champion is under review. So it's like, what is the reason for stripping him for? He don't have a mandatory. He
He
just
just fought
defended
in
his belt
March
this. Yeah, he just fought in March. So I'm trying to understand what is the reason for y'all to want to strip him.
I
At least
mean,
if you're gonna strip him, at least call a mandatory first.
I
If we just
mean,
Exactly.
stripping him for
my
just no
response
odd
to that,
reason for a civil
It's not
case
your
is
turn.
it
that's
wasn't his turn
insane,
either,
bro.
though.
Hold on. Free flyer. I'll kick you off of here, bro. You let me
I'm
do
done,
this.
two
I
cent.
said it's not your turn. It's not your turn. Boxing hacker,
Yeah,
what's
I'm
your two
done.
cents? What you got for the
Yo,
show?
what's up, 2 cents? So, like I said, if Boots and Devin fight, I'm gonna choose Devin. I'm not gonna give you the keys to victory. One, because I would bet money on that fight.
Because
A
you
lot
don't
of
know.
people. No, no, I do know. I
No,
do
you
know.
don't. Then give
I
me the
do.
keys to
I'm not.
victory.
You know
Boxing
what?
hacker,
Let
what
me
the
tell you
hell does
something.
that got to do with you
2 cents.
having money on
Hold
the fight?
on. 2 cents. Let me tell you something, right? I told people what was gonna happen in the Brian Norman fight. You know what? I told a couple people like Cam J. Cam J was playing videos of Brian Norman jumping rope and circling the ring. You know, he was playing all these kinds of, oh, you see, he got footwork. The moment Devin beat Brian, Cam J switched up, said, oh, I knew he was gonna beat him. You know, I said the footwork might be the problem. I'm not doing none of that. I'm gonna wait until the fight gets called and close to the fight.
What does it have to do with me asking you? I'm not Cam.
No,
J.
because they be listening to your channel. No, absolutely not. I'm telling you, I'm gonna put money on that fight. And guess what? I'm gonna say this, right? People keep saying, hold on, my turn. People keep saying that, oh, Devin, why did Devin wait to go 147? Boots Ennis was offered the fight when he was a 147 champion. He was offered a Devin fight. Boots said he wanted at 152. But he was a 147 champion. Like, what are we talking about? Devin was okay making the fight. You think they would just take a fight if they felt they couldn't win? No.
No, but I feel like they will call out a fight that they have no intentions of taking.
He was a 147 champion, 2 Cent.
So why did he want to fight at 152?
No, why Boots want to fight 152? Ask him.
Because he said if the next fight 47 wasn't a unification fight,
then why do you have a 147 title? Why you unify 147, but you don't want to fight 147?
He dropped them and moved.
No, Devin called him out while he was still champion.
That's a lie, boxing hacker.
Yes, he was still champion. No, hold on. Boots Ennis went to 154 the day after Brian Norman fought the Japanese guy. Let's not do that. What are you talking about?
But he already announced
and he went to 154. What's the 147 title?
Let him finish.
He went to 154. What's the 147 title? What are y'all talking about? Anyway, so yeah, I want to put that out there, put that out into ether. Also, too, saying you be doing some strongman arguments, saying that people were saying that people were telling Boots to move up. No, people want to see Boots versus Brian Norman, and people want Boots to get fights.
How is that a strongman argument?
Because literally you were saying it was a strongman because you stated that y'all want Boots to move up, want Boots to leave 147 because there weren't any good fighters. I don't remember anybody saying that. Why, y'all?
You don't remember anybody saying that, boxing hacker?
No, I don't. I remember what
you
people
never heard that. You never heard that?
Never. You know what I heard? I heard that people wanted Brian Norman and Boots to fight. Brian Norman was the number 2 champion.
So just because you never heard it doesn't mean it wasn't said.
But you say y'all.
Yeah.
See, y'all are the people in this room, right? I don't remember anybody in this room
y'all
saying
the
that.
People that were saying it, and if you didn't,
yeah, but it wasn't y'all. It wasn't me.
Okay, then I was talking to you.
Then who was it?
Put a 1 in the chat.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm calling it a strawman argument.
Put a 1 in the chat. If y'all heard people say Boots should go to 54 because it ain't nobody.
And name the people.
Put a 1 in the chat if y'all heard that. Put a 1 if y'all heard that around.
No, people did say that, hacker. It was like a bunch of Tank fans and stuff.
Tank fans said it. Then what's y'all? This on to himself.
Hey, hacker. Did you hear my point? What I said?
Air Force carrier. That is a strawman argument. She stated that in effort to debunk.
All right, we're not up here to argue.
But anyway,
y'all hurry up with this, man. I want my turn, bro.
Well, hold on. Yeah, so Devin fighting 147. Nobody. Why does Devin need to leave? He needs to conquer that division. People act like there's nobody. He should just move up to 154. He just got to 147. Why should
I never said he should move up. I think he should conquer the division too. He should definitely beat a bunch of B and C level champions and be undisputed. I don't have a problem with that.
Hey, say all that, but if he's 2-time undisputed, it's 2-time undisputed. That's all I gotta say there. You know, your favorite fighter ain't doing that. You know, that's a hacker. Yes.
Did you accept my challenge?
What's your challenge?
Favorite fighter.
If that fight ever happens at 154 for Dev and Boots, I will bet you 4 figures, and we can send the money to 2 Cent.
I only bet 3 figures, so I'll bet you 3 figures.
Okay. We'll say I only bet 3 figures.
I'm not doing. Yeah, well, I'm not doing all that for a fight because anything can happen in a boxing match. You know.
You certain that he would win?
But you just said you was gonna bet on the fight.
Probably like 200. I'm pretty sure he's gonna win.
Oh, good Lord, hacker.
Yeah, I bet 200. Yeah. Yo, just because you feel like somebody's gonna win, anything can happen. But just looking at their styles, I believe that Devin's gonna beat him. I know why I believe that.
Devin doesn't have the will let alone the skill to beat Boots.
You say that, but like I said, like
But
all
I'm
these
ready to
fighters
The
y'all
put.
see
will?
now.
That's the wrong. That's the
I'm ready.
wrong thing to say.
I'm ready to put my money where my mouth is on that one.
Okay.
Exactly,
Hey,
because all that.
guess what? Let me tell you something, Mr.
All right,
Greg.
hold on, y'all.
People
Get
were,
frequent. Boxing hacker, land your plane. Let me let frequent go.
yeah, let me just say this, Mr. Greg. You know how many people were telling me the same thing about Brian Norman?
Don't care.
There you okay. But just all I was saying, don't switch up because a lot of people are here telling Brian Norman trash now. Same people that were telling me that, Devin was about to get killed by Brian Norman. Now they're telling me he's trash. Don't switch up.
I never switch up.
Hey. People change colors all the time, man. Don't switch.
But Boots ain't Brian Norman.
Boxing
For
hacker,
sure.
you the main chameleon on the panel.
No. I always start
What's
sticking
your
with my gun.
Flyer? What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Man, first to touch on what Mr. Greg just said, man, that's wild work to say that Devin don't have the will to do it. You know what I'm saying, to beat Boots, because if it's anything we know he got, it's will. Fighting against the PEDs, fighting against them PEDs and everything,
Devin
man.
will get his ass whooped.
I don't see
Say
how
that
you,
again.
out of
Say that
all of the
again,
different
Boots.
things, out of all of the different reasons you would say that he can't beat Boots, you gonna pick Will, the
He
worst
doesn't
one,
have
bro.
the will. He doesn't have the intestinal fortitude. Devin,
You picked the worst one, but anyway, what I wanted to say about Pain,
Basically, he's saying Devin too soft to beat Boots.
exactly.
yeah, I don't see how you
And
can see he's soft either.
he definitely got the will.
I
To get
wouldn't
his ass
describe him as being
will
soft
get his
either,
ass
though.
whooped.
But
Yeah,
And
but
that
Devin
don't
is
make
soft.
sense either.
that
That don't
don't
make
make
sense.
sense. He fought from
Pause.
Brian Norman. If he
Pause,
gone,
bro.
he fuck with Boots.
I don't want to be. Can I get my bars off, bro? Before y'all start doing all. When I do that, y'all, she stop me. So y'all know she gonna let y'all have free reign. So
Frequent.
Yeah,
You're not
frequent
gonna talk
talking.
shit on my show about me. Say what you got to say.
oh, my bad.
Go
I ain't
ahead,
know I
Fly.
was yeah. So what Paid was saying, hearing what Paid was saying earlier, it made me think that maybe he don't be paying attention to what's actually going on. You know him talking about Devin waiting until Boots lead a division and all of that stuff and drop the belts before he come up there and decide he
He
going to
clearly
get
did, frequent.
undisputed.
He baby
When we
stepped his
know,
way up to 47. Stop this, y'all. He baby
listen, I don't.
stepped his way up to 147 pounds. We don't have to keep having this conversation, bro.
So
Just
let
cut it
so
out.
listen. So when Turkey Al Sheik wanted Devin to fight Boots, and Devin said he wanted to fight him at 147. So what was that then? If he's waiting for Boots to leave, what was that then? Last I checked, Boots was the one that said he
It
wanted to
was
fight him at
propaganda.
152.
It was
How is it
propaganda.
propaganda? That's the truth right there.
If he
It's
wanted
the
to
truth.
fight Boots to
It's
47
the
instead of
truth
baby
though.
stepping his way up there and waiting till Boots left the
No,
division to try
he
to
didn't
fight him.
say he wanted to
And
fight Boots at
Devin is the
144. He
one
said he
that
wanted to
turned
fight
down the
Boots at
fight because Boots
147.
said he would fight him at 152 pounds. So what's the
No,
problem? Go.
no. Devin, first of all, Devin was the A side, right? We can all agree on that, right? Devin is
Hell
the A side
no.
to Boots. Y'all
Hell
always want to
no.
talk that A side stuff when it's talk to come to Tank, but then y'all don't want to
Nigga,
talk
How the
it
fuck is
for
how is
nobody
he
else.
A
Devin
how
side?
is
is
an
definitely
undercard fighter?
100.
I can't frequent. We're not doing this on two
Man,
sets after dark.
that shit, man,
How
irritating,
is a
bro.
how is an
Fuck you
undercard
talking
fighter
about?
a A side to a main? Like, come on,
Exactly.
Flyer, you gotta cut it out, bro.
Ha. That's funny to say, but we all know that that fight was going to be happening in Saudi or for Turkey. So Devin is the A side over Boots
Ain't no
as
A
far
side
as
with
Turkey is
Turkey.
concerned.
Turkey
As
the A
far as
side.
Turkey is concerned,
Turkey the A
Boots is
side.
in bad light with Turkey right now because he keep turning down Turkey offers. He
Exactly.
think
Fuck
Turkey.
Turkey.
Yes, I mean, so don't try to dispute the fact that Devin is the A side to him over there with Turkey, and he's the A side over here
Any
too.
little
But
win
I know
y'all
I'll
can
give
get
y'all
is
that though,
pathetic.
because I know I'm gonna be fighting a battle forever with y'all about that. But Devin is definitely the A side to Boots. That's the first thing. But Devin definitely was trying to fight Boots at 147. I'm not saying Boots ducked him or nothing like that, because Boots had already made a conscious decision that he was going to 154. But for the sake of argument, Devin did try to fight the man at 147. Y'all can't give him nothing.
Trying to
Y'all
fight
want to hate
somebody
that bad that
don't
y'all don't
mean
want to give him
nothing.
that?
That doesn't mean
He tried to
anything.
Boots said
You fake
Boots
checking
said
like you
no.
want to fight somebody that you know is moving up.
He
Don't
how he
mean
fake
nothing.
jacking Boots?
You don't get credit
How
for
he
that.
fake?
You don't
He
get
not
credit
faking.
for
He
that.
wanted to fight him at 147. Just like y'all said, he didn't really
Then
want
why
to
did he
fight
fight
Brian
at
Norman Jr.
144?
Now Brian Norman Jr. a bum
Who
now
said
because he
that?
really wanted to fight him.
Who said that? Who said that? I
Yeah,
told you
you
he
see
was a
how they
bum
be doing,
before he
Mr. Greg? They was all out here talking about he gonna knock out Devin. Devin tried to get out of.
I told you he was a bum before he fought him, Flyer.
You see, you
gonna
know
do
a
it
lot of
over
people
here.
saying that. Don't say that. Not a lot of people saying that. A lot of
Yeah,
people were saying that.
everybody was saying
I
that,
don't,
bro. Everywhere
I
I
don't care
turned,
what
people was
everybody
talking
was
about he
saying. I
trying to
got my
pull out.
own mind.
But when
But
you
Care what
you
say
saying y'all, you using terms like y'all too, though. So why we can't do that?
Because it's my
we do,
panel, and I said you can't.
Y'all,
y'all do
y'all
this.
was saying
was
that Devin was trying to pull out the fight. So I'm not talking about you though, 2 cents. I'm talking about y'all, them people out there. Yeah, I mean, y'all was saying that he was going to pull out the fight. He wanted to fight, to pull out the fight. He didn't really want to fight him. He was forced into the fight and all of that stuff. And I told y'all, man, Brian Norman Jr. only person he was going to hit was the canvas, bro, and that's what happened. Because Devin caught him with the same right
Have
cross.
y'all ever seen a fan base so happy over a knockdown?
He caught him with the same right cross that I told y'all Boca Chica caught him with, and Devin was going to catch him with the same right cross. Because I saw him hit Cambosis with the same right cross a bunch of times, man. And I was telling y'all, I thought that his chin was suspect, but I ain't going to go off on that, though, too much. I think Devin had decided that he was going to become undisputed at 147, and that was that. You know, he did try to catch weight at 144 before he went to 147. And I think that's because Devin had to I think he had to see for himself where he was at with it after being cheated by Ryan Garcia and all of that. You know, and plus it was the whole thing of him. That fight right there was just he was put in there with Ramirez to beat him, just like Ryan Garcia was put in there with Rolly to beat him. You know, that was like a layup for them. But Ryan missed his layup. You know what I'm saying? Devin was I feel like Devin fought Ramirez like that because he was practicing on what he was going to do to Ryan when he fought Ryan. And that's why he fought him like that. He was trying not to throw a bunch of jabs because he knew Ryan was going to be trying to counter him off the jab. And so that's why the fight looked the way it looked, because Devin was just using lateral movement and Ramirez was following him, but was scared to commit to a punch when he got in front of him. And so the fight looked stupid like that, you know, but Ryan
Another
fumbled
fight
the bag.
Devin was soft in.
I guess if you could call winning every round soft or whatever.
Soft.
But
Kobe soft.
But I think that I don't know what Pay was looking at, man. What history he was a part of
All
or
right,
witnessing.
panel open.
Hey, Flyer.
Wait, hold on. Why I got so many panel fools up here?
My
Hey,
bad.
you up here twice.
My bad. You can click one of them. Click the one you just
I split him in
that's
half,
better.
man. Mike Tosin, I split him in half.
Man, shut your bald head ass up, bro.
Hey,
Shut
Flyer.
your bald head.
Slice that boy in half, man. Tell him
Flyer.
Slice.
stop playing with me, man.
Those
Bro,
some
you don't even know boxing to be talking like that frequent. You
Oh,
bro,
okay.
shut your
Okay. But I
shut
was
up,
telling y'all
bro.
Devin was gonna catch that boy the right cross, and that's exactly what happened. And you
He
picked
caught
Brian
did he
Norman
catch him
Jr. to
with a
win.
right? He caught him with a right cross?
I could tell you this about boxing, because since you say I don't know nothing about boxing, usually in history, the person that beat a puncher is a boxer. And
That's
you didn't
true.
know that. And you didn't know that.
How
So
would
who
I know
don't
that,
really know
bro?
about
You think
boxing?
I did? You think you the first person that done said that shit,
But you, well, why you pick against him then?
bro? Why
You know what I
wouldn't we
mean?
pick against him?
You cooking yourself, bro.
Why
If you
wouldn't
knew
we
that,
pick
why you
against him?
picked against
If
him then?
anything, we should be thinking Mickey Bay, because Mickey Bay is what got that nigga back to where he was at. To be honest, if we being truly honest.
Yeah, I ain't throwing no shots at Mickey Bay.
All
Mickey
right,
Bay
then
is
shut
solid.
up.
Mickey Bay is solid with it,
Shut
but
up,
you
cause that
just
shit,
you
that
you
build,
didn't know
that
your
shit,
boxing though.
that same
You didn't
game
know
plan
your
that he went in
boxing,
there,
bro.
that same game plan that he went there with Jose Ramirez, he probably would have came in that damn Brian
No,
Norman fight with that same damn game plan, having Bill in
no.
his corner doing that bullshit.
He was still one.
Mickey
He
Bay
fought
took
that
him
way. He
back
was
to the
still.
basics.
If he fought that way, he was still
Mm-hmm.
a one. What are we talking about? He
If we
won the
being
fight either way.
honest, and we saw a whole different Devin Haney when he fought when Mickey Bay was in the corner. That's a difference.
It wasn't that different.
Come
He
on,
was
bro.
still
Don't
Man,
one.
tell
come
us
on,
about
Man,
bro.
Devin
cut it
Haney. You
out.
don't even like Devin Haney, bro.
What y'all
You
be
hate
singing,
Devin
man?
Haney.
Who hate
Devin
nigga? I
Haney.
don't need it. I
Devin
don't
Haney
know
is
that man to hate
knuckleheaded,
him,
yo.
bro. What's wrong with y'all dudes, bro? Y'all be too damn obsessed with these fighters. How the hell am I
No,
hate a fighter? I don't even know him.
that's y'all dudes, man. Be
Yeah,
like that.
You
y'all be
weird,
hating
bro.
for real
Stop
though.
that shit. You damn near 60 talking about hating this shit,
No,
bro.
you
What's
the
wrong with
weird
you?
one, bro. You the weird one.
Damn near 65 years old. You talking about somebody hating, bro. You on that man Johnson that damn hard?
Yep. Ha ha ha. Sound cute, but
I
you the
bet
weird
that's how
one
he
though.
be having your ass too. I bet. I bet.
I know. Ha ha ha.
Oh boy.
Man,
Somebody
next,
echoing, man.
next, next.
Bro, your toast is cooked already, bro. I don't know what you talking about.
You're a B-side fan club
Yo,
motherfucker.
Fly,
Funny
you're
as
funny,
shit.
dude. Freaking Fly is
He
funny.
cooked already,
You got
bro.
He
B-side
said the man's
bitches.
toast is cooked
If
already.
you call that
Fanboy
cooking,
I
you got
cooked
it,
club.
his
brother,
toast,
man.
man.
If you call that cooking, you got it, brother.
Mm-mm-mm.
No,
See how
but
you just fucked up the whole panel, bro, with that
yeah, yeah,
bullshit.
yeah, y'all, you don't know what to say. That's all.
That's
But
what his goal
this
is.
is what I want to know though. Why can't Tank fight Devin right now?
Why would he? Why would he? Why wouldn't Devin? Okay, if that's the case, then Devin need to take his big ass down to 135.
I said
Tank
why
never
he
said that.
can't. Tank can't
Exactly.
even make 135 right
Tell that
now.
nigga to
Probably
come on down to
Tank
135.
probably can't make
I
135
already
right
Why
now,
told
y'all
you
want
bro.
that
Tank to do?
bullshit. I
Tank
already
never
told
said.
you earlier.
Tank never
Tank
even
probably at
said that.
I
154
already
right now.
told you earlier.
So
He
would
want to
Devin?
make the fight. He
Devin be
gotta
okay
come down
making
to
135?
135. He
How you
gotta
speak
come
for
down to
Tank?
Tank is not
135
at
You know, Brody,
135.
you're
with
So
not
what y'all
Tank.
without
talking
the
about?
rehydration
Why would he
You
clause.
give
can't make
in
the
to?
fight
Why
for
would
him.
he
And
go
how
to
do
a
you know what
disadvantage?
Tank is weighing
Wh-
right now? You don't.
Tank
But
can't
You
make
don't.
what
but
You
Tank
why the
can't
doing your
make
fuck could?
best to
135 right
But
now,
speculate
as
bro.
the
by
A
pulling
side,
that
but as the A
bullshit out
side,
your ass.
why would he do what Devin want him to do?
That's
Wait,
you
Because
wait,
being,
Tank
wait,
That's
wait.
can't
dumb as
make
fuck.
yo, you
135.
full
That's
of
How
why.
do
shit.
you know that,
Bring your
frequent?
ass down to
Because he was just about to
135.
fight at 195. That's why.
This nigga
No,
is
he
dumb,
wasn't.
bro. If you honestly
You's a
think
He
Tank
was
mother.
was
about
finna
to
come in
fight Jake
weighing,
Paul. He was
no, the
about to
weight
fight
class was
Jake
for
Paul at a catch weight of
Nigga, you so full of
195,
shit.
bro.
nigga. Jake
You
Paul
so
had to
full
weigh
of shit.
190. What is wrong with you, bro?
Yeah, and so
Because
you
he's a
think Tank
That's
was
why I
dumbass
going to
say you
come in
don't be
there?
knowing
So
the
you
shit
motherfucker
you
and
think
that
talking
Tank
stupid
was
about.
going
ass
to come
shit.
in there weighing 135? You stupid if
You
you
know
think
he
that,
a
bro.
stupid
Who the
asshole
fuck
Hey,
saying
said
come
that
that,
on,
bro?
man. One
bullshit.
at a time.
You just said Tank
Talking
was going.
about.
He was just finna fight Jake Paul at 190. Actually saying that Tank was finna come in the ring weighing
That's
190,
not what
bro.
I said,
Yeah,
man. That's
Yes,
not what
that's
I
pretty
that
said.
much
is
what you was
what you
I
alluding
said
just
to.
Tank was
said.
about to fight at the one. He was about to fight at a catch weight of 195. So
Nigga, you
Jake
know
So
Paul
what
had
was
to.
exactly
he gonna
what you
come
were
in and
saying.
weigh?
So Jake
'Cause
Paul had to come. Jake Paul had to come in at under 195, right?
So how big do
190,
we know
So
190.
Tank?
how big you think Tank? You think Tank was going to stay at
We don't know
135?
that. Did they weigh in? I'm not
We
finna sit up
definitely
here and
know
guess
that.
some shit
We
either.
definitely know that. I guess you the slow one that didn't know that.
Man, bro,
you
like,
Everybody
the
bro,
else
slow
know
one
he.
saying
God, if I
some
was in your
Everybody
dumbass
shoes,
else
bro,
shit.
know
Hold on,
that.
y'all.
Like
like
Everybody
Hold
Tank
on,
else
real
know
walking
that
shit,
Tank
around
was.
at
real shit, bro.
175
Everybody
and
else
shit.
know that Tank was
If
putting
I was in
on
your
bulk to
face
fight
frequent, like
Jake
I would
Paul,
really slap
except
the
for
shit out of
you,
you,
bro.
bro. Like that ass, I would really
Why
slap
we
the
just
shit out of
snapping
you,
for a
dude.
boxing comment? But hey, hold on one second, guys. Why y'all
Boxing
be
happy. Shut your
You look
bitch
like
ass up,
Hold on,
Ron
y'all.
from a
nigga.
Hold on,
different
hold on,
world.
hold
Talking
on,
about you
hold
You're
gonna
on,
crazy
smack
on the
hold
internet
somebody.
for no
on, hold
reason?
on. I
But
stepped
listen,
away for a second.
You
What's
nigga look
going
like
on?
Ron from a different world.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Hey,
Like,
I want.
What's up? Shout out, Blue Hustle Man on the
I would
panel with
respect
us.
it
Blue
though.
Hustle Man. What's your 2 cents? What
Hey,
you got for the show?
oh, what I want to say is, first of all, we had this conversation earlier, flyer frequency. You
Yeah.
know this, and you know that it wasn't a catch weight at 195. It was a max weight at 195 max weight that Jake Paul was allowed to come in at.
That's the same
You keep
thing, man.
nah.
No, it's not. No, let him
Let me
talk.
finish.
Frequent.
Let me
Frequent.
finish, bro. It's not the same thing. Bottom line, it's not the same thing. What I'm saying is this: we already had the discussion when you said earlier that you was that you was basically blazing everybody earlier on the panel when you had the discussion earlier. That is a cap. I put it in the chat, but it's all good though. My point is this. Um, this was the exhibition. We all know this. And probably the max weight that Tank would have came in at is 160 to 165 at max weight. So therefore he
Maybe
was not forced to he was not forced to come up to 160 to 195. That was Jake Paul.
Thank you.
That
I
he's
never
trying to get
said he was
sanctioned.
going to be
Yes,
195.
man, this nigga.
Listen. Yes, you did. You said a
Exactly,
catch
bro.
weight.
Everybody
I
You said a
said he was
catch
going to
weight.
be.
shit, bro.
let him
Listen,
talk.
listen. You keep trying to say that you didn't say something, but you did. When you say that it's a catch weight of 195, that means he has to come in at that weight at 195. That's Tank, both fighters. So that's why I kept trying to correct you to let you know it was a max weight of 195 for Jake Paul.
It was 190, not 195, guys.
So they were trying to get a sanction from in another state at 175. You see what I'm saying? It didn't work out.
Bro,
That's why
I'm
they
not
went
just
to
going to
another
sit
state.
by and let you lie on me. I didn't say Tank was
Bro,
coming
you
in at no
did, bro.
190. I
Yes, you
said
did.
Tank
You
was
got
coming
you
in at, I
just
said Tank is around
listen.
He said that
154
shit
now.
on KMJ.
Listen. You just made a comment. If 2 Cents was to replay it again, you said it's a catch weight of 195.
Yeah, it's
No
a catch
disrespect.
weight. That
Let me
means
let me
that
let me
both
finish.
fighters
Let
can't.
him finish, bro.
Let me finish, fam, please.
Go
What
ahead.
I'm saying to you is you said basically that. That means that both fighters have to come in at 195
No, it
if you
don't.
have
A
a catch.
catch weight don't mean both
Nigga
people have to
gone,
come in
bro.
at the
So what's
limit.
it mean? What's
It
it
means
mean
you
Let
then?
have
him
to come
finish,
under that
bro. Let
limit,
him
man. You don't
finish.
know that?
No, that's not true.
That
It
is
is
true.
true, and y'all
That's
and
true.
everybody else need to be checking you on it. I don't
But
see
there's
why
a
y'all
middleweight,
they
but
let y'all get away with
That's not what
these
he
lies
said,
and
Boxing
stuff,
Hector,
man.
bro. Stay out of that shit, dude.
Ain't no
No,
stay
middleweight,
out of
man.
it. If he need to be
He did
corrected,
say that.
one
What are
of
you
y'all
talking about?
supposed to
you
do it
said
then.
you said so.
Hold on.
So
A
what you
catch
saying? He can
weight
come in.
mean if you
Yeah, go
got if
ahead.
we fighting at 135, you come everybody supposed to come in at 135. Can you come in under 135? You absolutely can if you want to, but that's the max that the weight you can be.
Exactly. That's what I'm.
135
He
pounds.
trying
So
to
what's
say
the
that
argument?
everybody. He trying to say that Tank had to come in at
That's not what you
190.
said, though, bro.
That's not.
I didn't
I
say.
know I
I
didn't
did
say
not.
that.
Man, you been
I did not
saying that
say.
shit all
I
day,
said the
Hold on.
catch
We're
Yeah, you
not
weight was
doing
have.
that.
190. I didn't
all
Hold
say
day.
on.
You
that
been
Tank had
saying
to
that
wait.
shit.
Frequent. This is man, I swear. Listen. Let him finish what he's saying because you're turning the argument into something else. So let him get his bars off and then you can respond. Stop cutting him off. Go ahead, Blue Hustle Man.
So yeah, like I'm saying is that the way you're making the way. Okay, see, you might not be trying to say it, but you're projecting it. Like because people are arguing with you and going back and forth and saying 195. What do you mean? You're saying yes, it's a catch weight of 195. So what you're saying, making is insinuating to people is that now Tank is coming in at 195, bro,
No, you're the
right
only
around
one who didn't
195.
understand that, bro.
I am
Frequent, I
not,
just asked you not
bro.
to cut him off. Go ahead, Blue Hustle Man. He'll be back when
Listen,
you finish.
yeah, all I'm gonna say is this, man. You are going back and forth with people that are saying that you are saying that he's coming in at 195. Tank.
He
So
been
that's all I'm
saying
gonna say.
that all
Yeah, but
day.
I
Yeah,
know
he
but
because
been.
that's no, but that's not what he
because
said though.
bully.
He,
There wasn't I clown wasn't I joking with you
once
when I
again, you're
called
not
you a
he's
I
bully.
said
correct
he was
though.
about to
Yeah.
fight Jake
He
Paul
was
at
He
a
Yeah,
was
so
catch
saying
weight of
that.
we all know about
195.
this.
That's
He
all
was
I
saying
said.
that shit all day long, man.
I
All
said
night,
the
Yeah.
all
same thing
No, he
day.
that
was
I'm
not.
saying now.
He
So
He's
been
going to
saying
fight
the
him
let
he
me
same
was
let
going to
me
shit.
fight him
squash
at a
this.
catch weight of
He said,
195.
can you just
Let
replay
me
it
Man,
for
let
us?
me
Tank
squash this.
Tank is almost
Let me
200
let me
pounds.
let me squash this real quick. This he was
Niggas be
finna fight
lying.
Jake Paul. I wish he would have fought Jake Paul. So y'all could shut up about it. Like y'all really wanted this Jake Paul fight. I don't know if y'all realize it or not. But regardless if he was finna fight Jake Paul at 295 pounds, it was an exhibition fight. Jake Paul is an inexperienced fighter. Like, let's stop acting like the variables are the same. They're not.
Right.
Devin Haney don't got no leverage to be trying to pull Javante Tank Davis up two weight classes. He simply doesn't. If Tank wants to, cool. If he don't, cool. But we're not gonna act like Tank is doing something and ducking and scared and all this extra sauce y'all keep trying to put on it when Devin Haney is the one looking foolish for trying to call out a lightweight. It's ridiculous, y'all. Y'all really out here pumping y'all chest to fight a 135 pounder. I don't care if he was about to fight an exhibition fight with Jake Paul, who been fighting for 5 years.
Exactly.
It's completely not the same thing. So, like, just stop that. Y'all are cooked out here. B-side narratives are exposed. Leave Tank. Stop trying to attach yourselves to Tank. Why are you still doing that, Bill Haney? At this point, Tank is scared. He ducking. He don't want to fight you. Cool.
Exactly.
Why are you still saying his name then?
How they
Why?
pulling
You
him
been
up
trying
if
to
he
fight
already
this man?
above them?
They
though?
was
No,
ducking.
I'm still talking. How y'all still calling this man name out if he ain't fought y'all in 10 years? Please. It has at this point, it's Bill and Devin fault, not Tank.
Yeah.
Because you
They
niggas
clout
been doing
chasing.
this for a decade. And he obviously don't want to fight y'all. And not only that, you're 2 weight classes all the way up. Like, come
That shit
on,
is
y'all.
crazy, bro.
Stop it.
That
They
is
clout
crazy.
chasing. They clout chasing to the fullest.
You clout chasing, just like
I
y'all
mean-
clout chase Broly when y'all literally know y'all in negotiations with Crocker. Just don't. It's no need to
There was
do
no
that.
clout
It's,
chase with
it's
Rolly.
no
Rolly
need
didn't want
to
to fight.
It's no need to act like every other fighter with a name or that's hot in your division or around you is ducking you just so you can make a fight with somebody else. Just make the fight with somebody else. Like at this point, that shit is so old, y'all. Devin been doing this his whole entire career. The gig is up. It's
Yeah.
over.
Exactly.
2 cents.
It's
No, Rolly
over.
Rolly
Because
turned
I
down
found
the
it,
fight.
I find it mighty funny that this nigga he talking about what Devin did for him. Then just a day later, you in a fucking negotiation with Lewis Crocker.
Rolly
Like,
turned down the fight. You guys know that, right? Rolly turned down the Devin fight.
okay,
No,
because he made a valid point. Why didn't they call him out before
Don't
he
say
actually
turned
fought
down.
them?
He ducked
because he
them,
wasn't
bro.
the he
Ducked
wasn't
them.
he wasn't
Cool.
a top
Okay, so
champion.
Rolly ducking him. Now what?
No, yeah, he did call him out
Okay,
one
exactly.
because
Okay, boxing hacker.
Rolly
Boxing hacker.
wasn't a
Boxing
super
hacker.
a top champion at
Answer
the
this.
time.
Answer this. Answer this.
Let's
answer
count the
this.
rest of the ducks too.
Do y'all hear? Listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
Rolly ducking him. What now? Why bitch and cry about Rolly ducking him? That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
Yeah,
Even
nobody's
if Rolly,
he fights
No,
for
we just
everything.
counting the ducks. We not crying
listen,
about it.
Listen, y'all can count ducks, swans, pigeons, whatever bird y'all want to count. What I'm saying is, why keep crying about it? If he ducked you, then what's next? That's what I'm saying. That's why y'all don't realize it's the narrative that's trying to be created. It's not he tried to make the fight and he ducked him. No, it's a whole big scene. It's a whole big drama. Oh, they blackballing Devin. Now they blackballing Devin when he just won a belt. How the hell are you being blackballed? And if people don't want to fight you, they don't gotta fight you, bro. Like, what the hell is up with this? Oh, I should get everything I want, or the world is unifying against me. No, if Rolly don't want to fight Devin, why would Rolly want to go fool with Turkey again after the way Turkey treated
Exactly.
him?
Well,
First
let
of all,
PBC make the fight.
First of all,
Let PBC
second
make
of
the fight.
all, second of all, if Rolly doesn't want to fight Devin, he doesn't have to, y'all. Like,
The
that's
belt
how
doesn't make
boxing
the
works.
fight.
You don't have to take every fight that's offered to you. Y'all do know that, right? Just like Devin ducked Sando Martin. He didn't take that fight. He dropped the belt. But y'all don't ever talk about him ducking Sando Martin. Do y'all?
We gotta call out the ducks.
Because it ain't a
so
part of the
people know they
narrative.
ducks.
Hoop jumping, hoop jumping, hoop jumping, hoop
Wait,
jumping.
Rolly turned down the fight, right? And Devin's now fighting somebody
Rolly
else.
has a whole mandatory, bro.
And Rolly was still talking about fighting Pacquiao, and he did.
Yeah, he got a mandatory and
What are we talking
Pacquiao.
about? What are we talking about here?
Unification.
Listen.
Why?
We not finna act like everybody should drop what they doing for Devin Haney. He was already in talks and negotiations with these people before Devin even fought Brian Norman.
Yeah.
So what are y'all talking about?
He has nothing signed right now. Rolly has no fight currently.
Wait,
Everybody know that?
so you
Y'all was some bullshit. I gotta get y'all off here. Anybody
Man,
else got
for
anything
real.
for the show? I can't.
That shit is terrible, bro.
Because y'all being very disingenuous. Y'all are being very disingenuous.
That's the truth.
Y'all acting
Wait, what did I lie about? Tucson, what did I lie about?
How
Does Rolly have a fight right
unification
now?
is Trump mandatories in every
The
situation except for
unification
Devin.
is not happening, bro. What
Listen
now?
to me.
Rolly
Listen to me.
Romero is a champion.
Listen to me, boxing hacker and frequent. If he don't want to fight Devin Haney, He don't have to. I don't understand what part of that y'all not understanding.
I know, I
Okay,
understand that.
how come it's okay for every other fighter not to do this and not to do that, but when it come to Devin, he dunking. Like maybe he don't want to fight Devin right now.
That's
Why
a
he can't
duck.
fight him
That's
later?
what a duck means.
Okay,
That's
That's
the
not a
definition.
duck. That's
Yeah.
not a duck.
Bro,
It
Devin's
is.
moving on though.
What's the
Listen,
definition of a duck then?
So
Devin's
let me
moving
can I
on
say
from.
something real quick? Hey,
Boxer
yo,
hacker.
let me
Go
say
ahead.
this. Let me say this real quick. So think about this. Now Shakur's called out pretty much everybody at 135. Does that mean he's ducking? That means everybody's ducking him?
A lot of people duck Shakur, yes.
I wouldn't consider it ducking.
A lot of people
No,
duck
it
Hey,
Shakur.
don't be
yes.
that
I
A
way.
was
lot of
talking
people
about
duck Shakur, yes.
what Paige
Of
was
course.
saying. Huh?
Of course, a lot of people duck Shakur.
Ain't nobody ducks Shakur.
Pitbull
No,
duck
listen,
Shakur.
Look,
listen to me.
but I was
That's not the
I
question.
was saying what
No,
I was
I
saying
asked,
because Paige was because he was saying that Rolly
Damn,
Romero
bro, get
had a
off my dick.
mandatory.
You keep talking about
Because
me, bro. What the
you
fuck wrong
said
with
you were
you?
saying that Rolly Romero had a mandatory, and that was an excuse for him not to fight Devin. But
Nigga, he said he
that's why
didn't
I
want
said.
to fight Devin. It don't matter what the excuse
But
was.
that's
Yeah,
why. But that's why I
that's
said.
fine then.
That's why I said you said a mandatory gets him out of it. But that's when that's why I
Nigga,
said
I never said that.
unifications trump mandatories in every
Bro, I never
situation
said that,
except
bro.
for
What are
this.
you talking
Well,
about?
whichever one of y'all that said it, y'all all look
I
like the
said he
same.
had a
Y'all
mandatory.
look like
That's
the
it.
same person to me, man. Y'all all Tinkerbells.
The fuck is wrong
Hey,
with this dude, bro?
hey,
Listen.
it's
This
okay
is
they're
what
not
I'm trying to
fighting
tell
too soon.
y'all.
I'm not.
Listen.
All I'm saying, like, let's not make up things. Like, it's okay to not fight. Devin's fighting somebody else now,
You talking
right?
about let's not
But
make up things.
yeah, let's not.
Y'all
Like,
two
Paige was trying to say
motherfuckers
like
been making up
Devin
shit
should
all.
try to
Hold
fight
on, let
him.
me mute y'all real quick because y'all think that they haven't been talking to Crocker before Bill started doing all this capping. Is that how y'all think this worked?
Max,
Y'all think
they
y'all
have.
think they haven't been talking to Crocker, boxing hacker? Y'all think they
No,
didn't know that Crocker was next if he beat Brian Norman already, boxing
no,
hacker?
no, I don't.
Fuck out of here,
All
boxing
because
No,
hacker.
I
Bill didn't
don't.
say
What are
nothing.
we talking about? They
I never heard
exercised
no
one
capping
option.
from Bill
Option
though.
failed. Exercised another option. Option failed. Now they took the third option. Like, what are we
Just
saying?
like Sabril Matias ducked him right after the fight that he had with Regis Prograis.
Just like Sabril. Why are you talking about Sabril?
Just like Matias ducked him right the day after the fight.
I,
Bill came on and said Matias ducked him the day after the fight.
I don't know. I don't know what went down during negotiation. I'm just talking about 147. You know.
I'm just showing you a pattern of bullshitting.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean whatever happened 140 doesn't have anything to do with
You
147.
saying you would talk to the wrong nigga, even if he see the bullshit, he gonna just act like he ain't see the
All I'm
shit.
saying is what
Ain't
Page
gonna
said was
argue
incorrect.
against.
What Page said was incorrect, saying that
True
Devin
that.
should called Rolly out after Ryan beat him. But Rolly wasn't
Bro, I
even.
didn't say, bro, stop putting words in my mouth,
What did
bro.
you say then, Page?
I repeated exactly what Rolly said. He said, why
Yeah,
didn't they
say he
call
said
me
it, bro.
out after he got done fighting
And
Ryan?
what's the answer, Page?
What do you mean? What's the answer? I'm
Okay, you
repeating
don't
what
know.
the fuck he said.
And I'm saying that it wouldn't have made sense, right? Because one, he wasn't elevated at that time, right? He wasn't elevated to a super champion at that time. Like, what
He
we
was a
talking
Boxing
about?
he
hacker.
Bro, he
forgot he had a
already had a
secondary belt.
mandatory.
Hold on, Pay. Boxing hacker. I'm a casual. I don't give a fuck about no mandatory, none of that belt shit. I don't care. I want to see good matchups. So, with that being said, if Rolly Romero says, "Hey, I got two things lined up I'm trying to work out right now," even before you said my name or even before you fought Brian Norman. So fuck you. Let's move on. Y'all sitting on my panel right now crying about how Rolly dug Devin. Who cares? What's
It's
next?
okay.
Is he gonna
No,
fight
we
Croc?
not crying about it. We
Yeah, it's
just
okay.
calling it
It's
out so
okay.
people know
No,
it
I'm
was a
just
duck.
calling out the
We
people
don't
up here
get. We
lying
don't.
about
No.
stuff.
Listen, the only people that's believing that is Haney fans. That's why y'all on here trying to let people know it's a duck because nobody believes it's a duck but y'all.
It is
No,
a
You
we
don't
duck.
gotta
need
let
to
y'all
It is.
know it's a duck.
Like,
So
what are we
when we
talking
You
shoot
about?
him
don't need to
down,
let
the dog
no.
can jump in the
You're
grass.
not
How is
gonna
it
let me know nothing because you're not gonna
Yo,
tell me what to
here's
think.
why it's a duck to set. Unifications trump mandatories, right? The biggest thing you can do as a champion is to unify.
I'm a
Is it not?
casual. I don't give a
Not,
fuck about that.
Yeah, but okay, I'm telling you
That
as a
don't stop the
hardcore,
way that boxing go
unifications
because you
trump
say you're a
mandatory.
casual
hey,
though.
You
I
turn
got
down a
a
unification fight, looks like a duck.
I got a
Oh
question
well.
for
And
I got a question for
you're not
Flyer and
even trying to
Hacker.
fight your mandatory. So what are we talking about? You're trying to fight a 48-year-old Manny
Yes, a
Pacquiao
big.
who
That's
was
Hey, that's
retired for
forfeited when he
years.
wouldn't get fighting
Look,
hold
that's
on.
Devin.
That
irrelevant.
hold on.
Hey, look,
That is
that's
a
Pacquiao
relevant.
leg.
has a hell of a cherry pick.
So you telling me you think Rolly should fight Devin over Manny Pacquiao boxing?
Yes.
Hell
Yes.
yeah, because he
Pacquiao
not
should
even going to
retire,
get the
man.
Manny Pacquiao.
Niggas only saying that because
Blue
he got
Hustle
a
Man,
belt.
what you
Man,
got to
y'all
say?
niggas is
Y'all in
weird.
timeout. Y'all in timeout. What you got, Blue Hustle Man?
So I wanted to ask them both this. If this is the case, um, do they feel like when Devin Haney sent an offer to Boots, knowing that Boots moved from 147 because his excuse was he couldn't make the weight no more because he wasn't able to fight at his max potential, moved up to 154. They knew this. So let me ask you guys. Let me ask you this. So are they trying to say that's a duck, that Boots ducked
Yes.
him?
Yes, because Boots was 147 champion at the time. Boots was
Well, me,
No, he didn't.
147.
No, he
Boots
didn't.
took the
No, he
147
well,
wasn't.
title,
well,
went to
me.
Stop,
154.
stop,
He was a
stop, stop.
147
Hey, hey,
champion.
hey, 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 hacker.
Well, hold on. Let me
Let
get
me,
my answer too, Hacker.
hold on, hold on,
I say
hold on.
no. We
Okay, cool.
disagree
Thank
on
you.
that, so
Okay,
I
we
just
Okay,
can.
so
have to make that.
let me say this. Let me say this. Let me finish saying what I was saying.
Yeah.
So I'm glad y'all both said what y'all stated, but look at it like this. Now, now, hacker, it's not a duck because the simple fact is Boots turned the back around because he turned down the fight with Brian Norman Jr. So if he would have basically accepted that fight with Devin Haney, that means he ducked Brian Norman Jr. He did not duck Brian Norman Jr. He moved up in weight because he couldn't make it no more.
Why
And
did he
this is the
take
only
the
reason why
belt?
I'm saying.
Why did he
Listen to
take
what
the
I'm
belt?
saying. No,
And he
no,
was
don't
still
answer.
champion.
I'm not
And
answering nothing you had to say.
Not that he
Devin,
couldn't make.
Dr.
Hey, y'all
Hacker,
go.
stop it, please.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you talk. Cause listen,
Okay.
was y'all in the classroom with like 3 teachers and 4 students? Cause I don't understand why y'all can't wait y'all turn to talk. Go ahead, Blue Hustle Man. Say
Okay.
what you got to say, and I'm gonna let them back up.
Yeah. So basically, if if Brian Norman, if Boots would have fought Devin Haney, it's a duck. You see what I'm saying? He ducked Brian Norman, but he didn't. What he did is said, "Okay, you know what? I'll fight you," because he wanted to save face. But it's at 152. So to me, it's not a duck because he complained about the weight. But at least he said he'll fight him at 152. Now um I can understand why Devin said, "Okay, that's cool." But in my eyes, for me being who I am, I felt like he was just clout chasing to use his name because he knew he wasn't going to come back down to 147. So that was a good way because he had it on a list to make it look like he's about that life. But that's just my personal opinion. That's all I'm saying. This is my personal opinion. Does not mean it's true. I'll move
I
on.
agree with you 1,000%, bro.
I thank you, Paige.
hmm
Thank you. Thank you.
True that, man. True that, Blue Hustle, man.
All right,
You on
Hacker
Hey,
point.
Fly,
can I
y'all can
can I
respond.
reply to that real quick, 2 cent?
Go ahead, Hacker. Then it's on you, Fly.
Okay. So when it comes to Boots moving up to 154, so remember what Devin said. They offered they would ask for the options for him to fight. They offered him Boots and then they offered him Brian Norman, right? That means Boots was not at 154 when it was offered. Because if Boots was at 154, they wouldn't put him as an offer because he wouldn't be at the division. Boots was at 147 as a
Boxing Hacker.
champion.
Hold on, Boxing Hacker.
On.
Let me stop you. Let me meet you. Where was because you keep saying this over and over and over. That don't mean you right or you getting your point across. It still sounds stupid. So where was his next fight, Boxing Hacker? Was it at 147 or was it at 154?
At the time, we did.
Where was his next fight?
Nobody. He didn't have a
No,
fight line.
no.
He didn't have a fight line. How will we know?
Listen to the question, Boxing Hacker. Let me rephrase it. I forgot. 3 teachers, 4 students. Listen. When Jerron Boots Ennis fought again after these alleged talks, what weight class did Boots fight at?
He fought. The next fight he fought was 154. At the
All
time,
right, boom, argument over.
Hold on. At the time, he was at 147. Why do we keep skipping over this? Listen. Devin said
he didn't fight another fight at 147, bro.
Hold on. Remember when Jerron Boots Ennis, he went to 154 the day after Brian Norman beat the Japanese guy.
No, it was the day before. It was the day before.
Okay,
Stop
Yeah,
lying.
it was the
Okay,
day
day
before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep this in mind.
So
Keep
that's
this in
what I'm
mind, right?
saying.
Keep this in mind. If he was at 154, they wouldn't put him on the table as an option. The only way they put him on the hold on, please.
I want to reply to you. No, I got you. I want to reply to you next.
I just want to
all.
talk.
I got you.
The only reason
it's my turn after you.
The only reason he was an option because he was in the division. They gave him 147 fighters. and Boots Ennis was a 147 fighter and the champion. What are we
Okay,
talking
so let
about?
me. Okay, hold
Unified
If
on.
he was a
champion.
Time out.
154,
Time out.
if he was 154, they were. I said, okay, fight Virgil, fight this guy.
So was this after or
listen
before
to
he
me.
moved up?
It was before
How?
No, it wasn't.
because he was.
It was
How can
after
you be
after the announcement before he actually
Hold on.
fought
It was
Ennis.
before.
This is what's pathetic. Like I'm trying to spare y'all.
2
Is
cents.
that y'all are being so petty and ridiculous that y'all are like, well, on paper, it said he was still at one for when everybody knew that he was, even them that's claiming that they offer him to fight, he was
Yes.
moving up to the next division. That was already known to the public. Everybody had already knew. So even if it said on paper that he hadn't officially took his name off the list, that doesn't mean anything. It's very disingenuous, y'all.
Hold on, 2 cents. Hold on. Okay,
Facts.
let's use that point you just said, right? Keep this in mind. Boots has said he was moving up to 154 for 2 fights. It wasn't just that fight. He said the last fight that he's probably gonna move up. Did you forget that too? And he didn't move up.
No, what he said was, well, I don't know why y'all. What he
Hacker
said
Mike
was,
got y'all with
Yeah,
that
what are
one.
we talking about? Boots, and he's a champion at 147.
listen. What he
He's a
said is,
champion.
I
Was
feel
Devin
the way.
Unified
Haney?
champion
Hold
and the
on.
ring belt.
Hold up.
Was Devin?
Yeah.
Did Devin Haney have a belt? Because he said he wanted to unify, which means he wanted to try to fight again for a belt, or he was moving up. Did Devin have a belt?
No.
Did Devin
So
have
we gonna
anything?
jump through. So we gonna jump through hoops now.
Hold
No,
on.
it ain't no hoops.
He called
We're
It ain't
talking
no
about.
hoops.
We're talking about if Boots ducked Devin, right? Let's not even go that far. Boots was a champion.
All right, that's enough of this. Hold on, I gotta
Yeah.
let you go. Boxing hacker. Let me pause you real quick.
It's my
Because
turn,
this
right?
is it.
No.
It's on Juke.
Dang, I
Oh.
thought it was on me.
Oh, my
I
bad,
thought-
my
nigga,
bad.
shut
Flyer,
up.
I'm gonna let Flyer go, and then I'm gonna let you go, Juke. Y'all do not cut Flyer off. Let him get through all this ridiculousness so we can move on. Flyer, go ahead.
All right, so how I see it, it just was a situation where Turkey Al Sheik was looking for a fight for Devin, and he was trying to get Devin to fight Boots, and Devin said yes to the fight, and he wanted to fight at 147, but it just so happened that before that, Boots had already committed to moving up to 154. So Boots said he had already came out with the announcement that he was moving up to 154. And the reason that he gave was because his doctor said that it was unhealthy for him to continue fighting at 147. So he was doing what was best for his career by moving up to 154. And so I could respect it, and I see it on both sides. I don't think Boots ducked because Boots was already committed to moving up to 154. And I don't think Devin was clout chasing because Devin was just answering the call from Turkey. It was Turkey's idea for to try to make the fight. He was trying to get the fight or whatever. So, and when Boots made the counter offer for 152, I see why Devin wouldn't want to fight him at 152 because Devin was trying to get those 2 belts up off him. And if they fought at 152, the belts will be off the table.
Who
So
cares
that
about the
didn't-
belt? Who cares about a
Devin
belt?
does. Devin does. So
No,
Devin,
y'all don't get to
we
hide
talking
behind
about what
belts.
Devin
He
was
said
trying
he
to
wanted
do.
to make big fights. He said he
Come
wanted
on,
to
we
make big
already know
fights.
that we already know that Devin is about
He
the
said he
accolades.
not
And
worried about no belts. He want to make big fights. That's what he said
he
on
said,
Andre Ward
yeah,
couch.
he said that before the whole Ryan Garcia debacle and all of that. We
No,
already
this
know
was
that story.
after. This was after. This was before his comeback when he sat down with Andre Ward on the couch.
Yeah,
He said he
we
ain't
just
worried about all that belt shit. He trying to make big fights. That's what he
no,
said.
but when you look at that, Andre Ward's
No, you're not
some,
gonna. No,
huh? You ain't even let me say. You ain't even hear what I was gonna
You're
say.
not finna try to switch up what he's saying.
I'm not trying to
He
switch
said
up what he's
he's not
saying.
worried about no belts. He's looking
I'm
for the
not
big
trying to.
fights.
Yeah, he said that, but but Andre Ward immediately said, "So the belts don't matter," and Devin said, "No, the belts is everything, but I'm just trying to make big fights right now."
Okay,
So,
well,
so
him and Boots at 150.
he never said he
Okay,
wasn't going to try to get the belts, and then he
okay,
said he wanted to fight for undisputed.
okay. So he want big fights. Him and Boots at 152 would have been a big fight.
No, wouldn't it?
No.
A big fight would have been for the belts, for both of the
No,
belts.
he said
He would
big
have been a
fights.
lineal champion.
No, you bullshitting.
It's subjective, and it can
Devin
go
was
both
trying to
ways.
become
Listen.
Devin was trying to become a 3 division champion. So Why
That
would
point that you're
he?
making right now,
Yeah,
Flyer,
That
is
don't
everybody
make
else in
sense.
subjective.
here.
That
That's like
Flyer, the
Shakur
point that you're
said.
making
All
is
right,
subjective.
all right,
People can
hold on,
look at
y'all.
it from
Hold on,
both
y'all.
point
Hold
of
on, y'all.
views.
I got some new people on the panel. Let me let them get their 2 cents off. We got Juke, Ty, Blaze, P for P on the panel.
What's up, 2 cents? What's up, panel?
What's
Uh,
good with you?
Yo,
was
what's good?
let me
All right,
clear
Juke.
this.
Peace, panel.
My man YSM done already cleared this up on his channel. Like, I don't know if y'all saw that
Wait,
live.
hold on, Ty. It was on Juke. It was on Juke, and I'm gonna let you go next. Go
Okay, good.
ahead, Juke. Juke, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Hey,
Nobody cut her off. Everybody let her get through what she gotta say.
hey, yeah, I'm just like hearing y'all. I'm like in passing, getting ready to go to bed. Good night, y'all. Good evening, y'all. I just want to say this. I hear what y'all saying about all this. Who want to fight who and all this. Okay. Um, and so just to make sure I wasn't crazy, I went back and looked at it. So back in like June, May/June, because there's articles about it. I went and double checked to make sure I wasn't tripping. Boots Ennis was on record saying he was only staying at 147 if he can get a unification. Like that was the only reason he would stay at 147 if it was a unification. And that he's only getting older. Let me see if I can find one of the articles. He's only getting older, and that's it. Like he had been said that. I think if I can recall, because I didn't really sit and if I recall, that was like right after Devin had already fought Ramirez, which again, I don't understand why the Ramirez fight was a catch weight because like there was no reason to have it as a catch weight, just fight at 147. I always suspected that the reason it was at 141 a catch weight was because I always suspected that Devin was not going to go to 147 until Boots had moved or had stated plainly he was going to move. If I remember correctly, he fought Jose Ramirez in May. Boots was already saying, "Hey, by May," and Boots was saying that same month in June he was trying to get Brian Norman. Like, "Hey, I want to unify. If not, I'm going up." Because at this, like, he literally said, "I don't mind like cutting the weight if it's worth it, but I'm not cutting this weight again for a fight that's not worth it if you're not offering me anything." Meaning it has to be a unification fight because he wanted to unify. And that's what he did. And I'm about to go ahead and this is an example of that. This was early June. It's one before this too, because I remember saying it, but fine. I'm gonna go ahead and just copy this article. But like that's what's so crazy about this idea. Like, oh, Devin wanted these belts. Boots had already said after that fact, it's on record. Not only the month that Devin fought Ramirez, but that like a couple weeks later, him saying, I'm not staying at this division unless it's unification." So anyone saying they want to fight Boots later after that fact, it's cloud chasing. Because unless you had like a belt that he didn't have, make him stay at 147. So why would you suddenly start calling him out? Y'all were on the same network this whole time. This whole time you're on the same network. You had all the space and opportunity. You wait until he says, you know what? Like he had already fought the other greatest champion at that division, which was Stanionis. He was trying to get Barrios. Rolly was not a champion yet because Rolly only became a full champion once Boots left. Everything was going on with Crocker. All that was happening. And Brian Norman was the other big, like the other name. He couldn't get them. He like, okay, I'm moving up. So anyone trying to say, "Oh, I was trying to fight him," and yeah, I want these belts, bro. Yeah, at the end of the day, if you wanted to fight Boots and you wanted a belt, you had to space an opportunity because there was no reason to fight Ramirez at 144. Like no one will ever explain to me that was the most useless fight the whole year. What was the point of having it at 144? If
He had to baby step up to the next division, even though he the
right,
biggest.
like it was just like, for what, bro? You already big as hell. You already been struggling to cut. You look like a skeleton at 140. You don't look 100% healthy at 147, to be honest. So what was the point of 144? And I've been saying for years, he's not gonna go to 147 until Boots leave. And the second Boots said, "I'm not making it," and this is the article I'm talking about, or one of them. Now, like, so that's why, like, it's bothering me that, and I said, watch the minute Boots said I'm about to move up. Devin started saying, "Well, I would have fought him. I wanted this." Y'all been on, y'all both have, you both have had Eddie Hearn as a promoter. You both have been on the same network. You had all the space and opportunity. And this is, and I'm sorry, but we've seen this before. Because there was a time when Devin Haney and Tank Davis were on the same network. It wasn't until Devin Haney left that network that he started saying Tank. They were both on Showtime. Show me a time when he started calling Tank Davis out when they were both on Showtime. Like, I'm sorry. Like, there's a pattern here. There's a pattern. So like now like, well, Devin wants these belts. Who cares what Devin wants? Who cares? At the end of the day, he said he's only staying in this division if it's a unification. Devin, you have nothing to offer Boots for him to stay at 147. So he said, fine, I'll reason with you. Let's do a catch weight. And then Devin said no. But meanwhile, you won't take to move up 12 pounds, but 5 pounds is too much for you. It's crazy. 5 pounds will do you good because you weigh in bigger than Boots. On record, you weigh in bigger than Boots. So I don't understand why this is a problem. And that's my only issue with the situation. That's all I got to say is that, like, I think Devin's a good fighter. It's just the fact that him and his fans, they do all this BS and we got to go through it. And like, the timeline always proves them wrong. You can't go. I don't care. Like, oh, what, Devin want the belts? Why? Okay, if you want the belts, then why were you fighting at 144? You didn't care about the belts then. Get out of here.
I could respond to that when they come back.
Hold
around.
on, she not done.
I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up. Easy, I can respond to that. At the end of the day, bro, there was no reason for you to fight at catch weight. Because remember, Devin trashed Tank about catch weights. Devin and his fans trashed Tank about catch weights. So if you're gonna respond, since you felt so hyper to interject, respond to why y'all were so against catch weights, but you are cool with it now. Explain why you guys are hypocrites. Explain the hypocrisy about being against catch weights and now being for it with Ramirez. Explain that too. Make sure you add that in. And then I want you to also explain how you rationalize Rolly Romero. I don't want to hear about no belts because you said it was belts, but then y'all calling out, but then he called out Tank. Tank ain't got no belt at 147. So at the end of the day, you keep going with a particular, like you say one thing and you're doing another. If it's all about but Rolly got a belt, Tank ain't got a belt at 147. So I tell you lied about it being about belts. So were you lying then or you lying now? So if you're going to interject, explain to me why it's about belts 1 minute and it ain't about belts the next. Explain to me why he made a pit stop. Why catch weights was a problem when it was Tank, but it was cool when Devin wanted to do it with Ramirez. Make sure you add that in since you want to interject.
I want to respond.
Hold on. I got other people that need to get.
I'm done. But make sure you answer that. If you can't answer that, then I don't want to hear your response.
Yeah, I guess all that.
All right, I'll wait for it to come back around.
Hold on. All right. Man, I thought I was cooking y'all. Juke came up here Salt Bay.
She didn't say nothing. It said nothing that was important.
All right, hold on.
Know, that's easy
I
work.
bet you don't got a response. I bet you don't got a response.
I
bet you don't got a response.
If she allow us to, it's easy work.
Let me get around the
it ain't easy work. You gonna float around and you can never answer anything directly.
All
Y'all
right,
never
All right,
Ty
can.
Bossman. Ty Bossman, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
all right, guys. So listen, what I was gonna say is, um, and thanks for handing me the floor, 2 cents. What I was gonna say was, my man, Jamil from YSM had already cleared this up already. So about the Devin Haney and Boot shit. Okay, y'all know that's total BS. That Boots asked for the fight to be at 52.
Oh, is
That
it?
yeah, that was total BS. It was Turkey
What?
offer it. What happened was Turkey had offered that fight to be at 152 because Turkey heard about Boots not being able to make weight at the time. So he offered it at 152. Devin didn't want it at 152. Devin wanted it at 147. And so that's why the fight didn't go through. That's why they didn't go through with it. And so
Wow.
it was agreement on weight there. Like Devin didn't want that shit at 152 at all. You know what I'm saying? It was initially offered for 152. Devin wanted to remain, or he just now moved to 147. He wanted to fight at 147 and conquer that division. And Boots was okay with the 152. He was okay with the fight. He didn't turn that shit down. You know what I'm saying? He was willing to do the 152 catch weight Turkey initially offered. So that's what that was. And Jamil is more of a credible source than, you know, I would say anybody, because he close to the, the situation on Boots' side. People only hear what Haney said. You know what I'm saying? They only got Haney's side of the story, but they didn't get Boots' side of the story. Boots,
Okay.
it was initially offered at 152, and Haney didn't want to take that. Haney was the one that rejected it because it was Turkey's offer, for it to be like, I didn't know it was like that at first. I thought it was like what y'all are saying on here, but I didn't think it went down like that. But that's the whole thing. That was the whole
I
thing.
mean, it's pretty much the same story.
But you know
Yeah.
what? Mr. Boss Man, that makes sense because I rewatched someone put like a short of Haney. Because again, we never would have known about this until Devin spoke on it. And I rewatched it earlier on someone else's channel, and they replayed Haney saying that, oh, he the one who told, like he tried to spin it like, oh, uh, he don't want to fight me in 147. And they said, oh, so you offered him a fight at 147. He said, yeah, he said, yeah, he said, well, actually, they came to us with Boots, and he had to like correct it. And he literally said that they came to him with the fight. Devin didn't go to freaking Boots with the fight by his own words. I'm about to find that clip. Listen to what Devin says. He
Okay.
says they came to him with it.
Okay.
So the
That
way
makes
we
no
said
sense
it,
Wait,
though.
hold
so
on, hold
so
Like
the
on,
way
boss
hold
we
man, that
on,
said it
makes no
though.
hold
sense,
on,
by the way.
hold
Hold
on.
on,
It's
let
on,
me say this real quick.
hold on. No, hold
Aka.
on. It's on Blaze
I'm gonna
Pizza
find
Please.
that
Go
video,
get
but
it.
go ahead. I'm gonna find that
What's
video.
peace? What's happening first and foremost? This was the Bud Crawford era. But real quick, Haney Boots. Last I checked, by the time I heard about them guys even trying to fight each other, Boots started at 154, and Haney was just giving him to 147. Them guys keep winning. That could be a super fight in the future. I ain't tripping about that who ducking who stuff. I'll leave that right there. Then I just want to be real quick. As we know, it's a momentous occasion today. As my man Terence Bud Crawford is retiring, I won't be too long about it because I talk about Bud a lot on this channel. But wishing blessed in his next chapter. I didn't have any tears or got too emotional about it because if you say his name 5 times, he just might pop back out. And I'll leave the floor back to y'all to get back to it. Thank you, 2 Cent, for allowing me on your platform. And peace, panel.
What up, Blaze?
So the way we were saying it though, you said you were saying that since Boots made the last counter offer that Devin was the one that ducked. So now that you think it's the other way around, is Boots the one that you think duck, or is it just a one way thing with Devin? and also to touch on what you were saying about the Ramirez fight, you was making it seem like Devin seemed like he was scared to go up to 147 and he was waiting until Boots left before he go to 147. And you was asking why he fought the Ramirez fight at the catchweight. But y'all seem like y'all just omit the whole fact that
Liar. Sorry.
Devin, y'all omit the whole fact the fact that Devin was fighting Ramirez to try to get past him to fight Ryan at 147. They were supposed to be Ryan and Devin were supposed to take place at 147, but Devin and Ramirez were both coming up from 140, so they both agreed to a catch weight of 144. It's not like he was pulling Ramirez down or nothing. Both of them was coming up from 140. And they was and the whole point of their fight. Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Chill. And so the point, so the whole point, well, that basically throws your idea. That basically throws your idea out the window that Devin was not coming up to 147 because Boots was there.
Avoiding going all the way
He wasn't avoiding Boots. He didn't even have Boots on his mind. He had Ryan Garcia on his mind.
One mic.
He didn't even have Boots on his mind. He had
Stop talking
Ryan
over each other,
Garcia
please.
on his mind. So that's a fake narrative right there.
Hold on.
Can I finish? So, because I want to finish cooking the rest of the stuff that she was telling me.
You've been talking long enough.
Be quiet, man.
I said a bunch of nothing.
Shut up.
Y'all let him finish.
Yeah, they can't stand to let me finish, but she asked me to address these things. So that's two down. Let me cook the last one, bro. Dang.
If people are listening to the playback game, it's just a bunch of talking over. Just please, one mic, please.
Yeah, I can't even get through nothing.
All right, I gotta mute some of y'all so Fly can finish. Go ahead, Fly.
Okay, so to go back to that, Devin wasn't thinking about Boots at 147 because he was focused on beating Ryan. He was, that was the issue that he was dealing with. I'm pretty sure he wasn't thinking about Boots or none of that because of what happened to him with Ryan. That was a crazy ordeal for him to get through. Ryan with the PEDs, and I'm thinking that Devin wasn't sure of himself as far as how he was going to handle that fight, how he's going to approach it. And so he was using Ramirez to set how he was going to fight for Ryan Garcia. And so if you notice in that fight, he wasn't throwing the jab a lot, because he knew that Ramirez was going to come in there thinking that he was going to do what Ryan was doing, which was capitalize off of him throwing the jab and, catching him off the jab, punching with him. So Devin made sure he didn't throw a bunch of jabs. And that's why the fight looked weird because Devin was using lateral movement. How it don't make sense. It make perfect sense. If you look at the fight, you see Devin wasn't throwing a bunch of jabs. We used to seeing Devin people were saying Devin got the best jab, arguably the best jab in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Next to Jamal Charlo, because he always was throwing the jab. But then since Ryan caught him with that left hook coming off the jab, everybody thought that was the way, that was his weakness. Okay, he threw the bow and arrow jab, so everybody was thinking they was going to catch him with the left hook off the jab. And so he was making sure it wasn't happening. He was making sure it wasn't going to happen with Brian Norman Jr. too. That's why he was doing all the feints and didn't throw a whole bunch of jabs. Just coming right out.
We got it. He was preparing for Ryan at 147, but not fighting at 147. We got it.
The next fight, the very next fight. Hold on, Queen. Hold your composure, Queen. Hold your composure. So he was what? So he was trying to. He went into that Ramirez. That was supposed to be a layup for him and Ryan. Devin was supposed to get past Ramirez, and Ryan was supposed to get past Brody.
We know all this, fam.
Okay,
we do know all this.
I'm just destroying the narrative that Devin was scared to go to 147 because of Boots, but they ain't had nothing to do with that.
That's pointless, fam. I'm not trying to be rude when I say that, but
so that one is down. Okay, I ain't gonna beat a dead horse. That one's there. That one's down.
Fact is, I shut down the rumor.
That one's done with.
I want to respond after you, Flower.
That one's done with. He don't want me to keep beating a dead horse. So.
All right, let me let Hacker go.
Wait, she wanted me to address one more thing, though.
He said.
What was the last thing you said? Make sure I address, Queen, so I can kill that one too.
Let Hacker go.
Let me go real quick. Dude.
Okay.
I just want. So let's start off right. Why was
so long drawn out stuff?
Yeah, I got you. So
hold on, who you? Yeah, nigga, this is my show. We not going through no long drawn out stuff you said 1,000 times.
I got you. So when it comes to why they fought at 144 instead of 147, that was Ramirez's choice. They went through negotiations. Devin wanted to be at 147. Ramirez didn't want to go through it unless it was 144. Think about it. Devin's considered the bigger fighter, right? So of course they wanted to cap the weight clause. And it's not a rehydration clause. It was a catch weight. There was no rehydration clause. I don't know where people were getting that too mixed up. As far as the fight with Boots, no matter what Boots said, because Boots also said, like I said before, Boots would say he wanted to move up in previous fights. You understand? And at the time Boots was an option because he was at 147 as a champion. Regardless of what he says, if you're a champion in a division, people are allowed to call you out. Terence is allowed to call you out if you're a champion in the division. So it's not about he didn't want to fight 150. No, he then dropped the belts and leave the division. You can't just say it and stay in the division and hold the belts. That's not how that works.
Like
and so when it comes to hold on one second. When it comes to did Devin offer Boots a fight 147? Yes. Did Boots turn it down? Yes. Is it a duck at 147? Of course. I mean, I don't know what we're talking about here. And also, when it comes to Ty Bossman, your narrative. First off, you said that we're only looking at from Devin's perspective, which is the first person's account, and you're trying to give us a third person's account about what happened. It wasn't even there. Let's keep that in mind first, right? Also, when he said that Turkey Al-Shiki is the one who said it should be at 152. So are you saying that both Boots and Devin wanted to be at 147 and Turkey wanted to be at 152? That makes absolutely zero sense. Why would Turkey actually want it to be at a weight class that doesn't have a belt? Like that there's no
it does make sense. And since you paused, I want to jump in and say something because you did pause. So what I'm gonna say to you is this: it does make sense. The reason why it makes sense is because Turkey actually said that, look, I understand that you can't make 147 because this is what Devin is asking for. So I am going to present it to Devin and Boots 152. Are you okay with this, Boots? Boots said yes. Are you okay with this, Devin? Devin said no.
Okay.
That is common sense.
And
if you can't wrap your
stop,
hacker, stop. Listen to me. If you are trying to flip the narrative on that situation right there, if that situation is true, that the Sheik said, you know what, I'll move it to 152. Are you okay? And then you okay? That's just what it is. You can't control the narrative on that.
Okay, hold on one second.
Hold on.
One second.
Hold on,
keep this in mind again. Let me reiterate why.
Let me get this super chat. Shout out to Juke with the $5 in the super chat. She says, boy said Devin was preparing for Ryan at 147 by not fighting at 147 and showed he against catch weights by fighting at a catch weight. Shout out to Juke with the $5 in the super chat.
Devin never said he was against catch weights.
Hold on one second. Devin was always against rehydration clauses. Rehydration clause and catch weight are two different things. So people need
exactly.
We need some.
They always try to mix the two, right?
Devin and Beal said they were against
hold on. I'm not done. I'm done.
Clauses.
Please, 2 seconds.
He said he's fighting all of his fights.
Can you mute her for a second? Hold on.
No, he's on TBB saying he's against both.
Exactly.
No, he said he was fighting all of his fights.
He said he's against catch weights and then for the catch weight.
He ain't saying he's against catch weights.
He said rehydration clause.
All right, hold on.
She lying.
No, I ain't lying. Nigga, why would I lie to you? Who are you?
Dude, can I finish?
Lying too.
Dude, I listened to you talk.
Lying too.
I want to reclaim my time, please. Can I reclaim my time?
You're not worth lying to. You're nothing to me.
Can you mute her, please?
Hold on. I'm gonna mute you 2 box to hacker fly, bro. I'm gonna have to leave you in timeout because you up here inciting my panel. Okay, you can't do that, and you can't just call.
Ever call me a liar when it's on the boxing voice when he said it?
You just can't be calling people a liar just because you didn't see it. Don't mean that they didn't say it.
As far as I know, he said rehydration.
It's on voice. It's on the boxing voice. Don't
right,
ever call me a liar. You're not worth lying.
Just get the link, please.
Y'all been called lying 1,000 times.
Man.
You're not worth it.
Can I
I don't
reclaim
even
my time?
respect y'all.
Jesus Christ.
Why would
Boxing
I
Hacker,
like
you lying right now, but go ahead.
Why would I
Yeah,
don't respect y'all enough
just
to
get the
lie to
link.
y'all?
If I'm
I don't
wrong, just get the link.
respect you
It's
enough.
okay. It's not a big deal. Get the link.
No, it is a big deal. Don't ever
Then
call
get
me a
the
liar in
link.
your life. Don't you ever disrespect me.
First off, I never called you a liar.
I don't
first
care
off.
if it's you.
You want to
I
talk
don't
to
care
somebody
who it
talking
is.
frequent. I never called you a liar. First
Frequent,
off.
don't
So be
ever
very
in your
accurate to what
life.
you're saying. Okay, be very accurate with what you're saying. I didn't call
I'm
you a liar.
very accurate, and they
Okay, so did I call you a liar? No.
that they
I said you
against
misspoke. I said
catchways.
people getting things
They're
misconstrued.
against catchways, and
Rehydration
they're
clause
against
and catchways.
catchways.
If I'm
And I
wrong,
heard
get
it
us
was
Bottom line
frequent.
is
the
Turkey
link and
offered it
give
at
me the
Don't you ever
citation.
call me a
$152 initially.
liar.
Devin turned it
You're
down.
not worth
I want to move
lying
forward.
to. You or
Can I reclaim my time?
that weirdo
Can I reclaim my time?
who
Can I
always
reclaim my
call me
time?
every 5
Can I
seconds of the
reclaim my
day.
time?
You can try. No, you
Nobody
can't
was talking
reclaim
when
your
you were
time. No,
talking
you
for
can't
30
talk
minutes. Can I
over me.
reclaim
No,
my
you
time?
can't because I was
Hold on,
talking.
y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all.
Can you
Hold
mute
on,
her?
y'all. Hold
No,
on.
you can't.
I'm about
You ain't gonna
hold
overtalk
on.
me.
Hold on. We're gonna take a pause. Everybody, let's take a few seconds. We're not calling people liars and all of that stuff up here. Y'all gotta relax.
Thank you. I respect everyone. I ain't call nobody no liar. The minute you call me a liar, I'm going for you.
I didn't call you a liar. The person who
I
called you a
wasn't
liar.
talking to you. Just so shut up. I
Then
wasn't
why you
talking
keep
to
talking
you.
on my turn then?
Because I wasn't talking to you. You shut up. It wasn't your turn.
Okay. We're gonna put y'all in timeout. Bruh. Hey, listen, if you're new here, welcome to 2 Cents After Dark. Y'all be sure to punch that like button.
Shut up then. Don't ever tell me I'm no liar. Don't ever talk over me.
Just go talk to him in the chat. He's in the chat.
Boy, shut up. You
He's
lie all the time.
You
You
told
be caught lying
yourself. I
like
don't
5
understand.
times.
He's not even up here.
Literally,
Do you
Big
see?
Dog
Do you
Willie
see
admitted
freaking
you were
fire
lying
anywhere?
mid-space because you tried to lie on
Okay,
me,
let's
and Big
talk about
Dog
freaking
Willie had to
fire.
catch you and tell you a liar mid-space. You
Oh
lie
my
so much
God.
that Big Dog Willie had to catch you up and tell you that you were a liar. You
Please,
lied on me, and Big Dog Willie had to check you on
I
KO
lied on you. What did I lie on
Yes,
you about?
because Big Dog Willie checked
What
you
was the
on
lie?
KO space.
What was the
Big
lie?
Dog Willie checked you on KO space for
No,
lying.
again, Big Dog Willie
Don't
never
go
checked
there
me in
with
his
me.
life. What was the
Don't
lie?
ever.
Bottom
Don't
line,
ever go
Hacker.
there with me.
Bottom
Don't
line
lie.
is
Hold on, I just want to
Turkey
play my
initially
time. I
offered
don't
that
even want
fight
to
at
talk to you.
Watch
Two
it.
Cents, can you block?
And your boy
You're
Devin
not
turned it
worth
down.
lying to. You're not intelligent enough.
2 Cents.
You're not smart
I'm
enough. You're
probably
not
more
worthy
intelligent
of
than
my.
you.
Of my.
Can you
You're
mute her,
not
please?
worthy enough.
Whatever you say.
Hold
Can you mute her? It's my turn to talk.
on.
I just want to claim.
All right. Is we cool? We're gonna get past it. We cool. Boxing Hacker. Say
Thank
what
you.
you gotta say.
Thank
Flyer, you gonna stay in timeout because you don't call nobody no liars on my panel. Go ahead, Boxing Hacker.
Timeout's crazy, but yeah. So just reiterating what I was saying to you, boss man. At the end of the day, what you're saying is a third person's perspective, right? The person, what I'm saying, is the first person perspective. Do we have Booth's perspective? No, but we do have a first person account, right? Let's clarify that. And what Devin said makes a lot more sense than saying that, Turkey wanted it at 152 because he knew that Boots could make 152, right? Like, are you saying that Boots wanted to fight at 147?
What?
No, he did not want to fight at 147. Boots did
That's
not
why
want
they
it.
asked. They made the fight at 152.
Yes.
You moron.
Okay. So at the let's clear.
Hacker's an idiot. Let me tell you something. Turkey initially offered it at 152.
How do you know this?
Thank you.
Wait,
and
when you say,
wasn't.
Can you
That's
tell me
why
how
the
you
fight
know
was
this? When did Turkey ever say we offered at 152?
Simple as that. Cut and dry. What are you trying to argue?
No, hold on. I want to let's
God,
clarify
that's
where
what it was.
your site is. Hold on 1
That's
second.
what
It's
it
important to
was,
know what's your source of information coming from.
No, that doesn't matter about the source. We all know that Turkey
No, it doesn't
basically came
matter.
out.
If your
No,
little
listen
sister
to me.
tells
It
you
does
that
not.
Turkey
It does
did it,
not.
I don't need to
Because,
agree that Turkey did because your little sister
Hacker,
said it.
Hacker,
What?
when you first heard it, no, Hacker. When you
Yeah,
first
no,
heard the
let's-
information,
no, stay-
Hacker, listen to me. Damn,
Turkey never said that. I
Hacker,
just want to keep that in mind.
You got it, Turkey. It doesn't. Listen to me, bro. Please.
Yes.
I'm trying to bring you to some logic right now.
Okay, let's.
When you
just
first,
before we say that, Turkey never said that.
Stop, bro. When you heard that Devin, was offered a fight between Boots, right? What weight did you hear it at? 147 or 154 or 152? What did you hear it at?
147.
You a fucking lie, bro. Okay,
He just
never
said
mind.
it. Do you want the
Bro,
link?
I'm sorry.
No. Do you want the link? No. Hold on,
It
Blue
was
Hustle Man.
said. It was said at
I will
152
post the
from
link,
the jump,
and
bro.
we can re-listen to it.
It was
Hold on,
it
hold on,
was
hold on.
Turkey
it
offered it
came
at
Hold on.
no. It
152.
was
Devin
And I
stated,
know
it was
somebody
wait,
close
offered,
to the
and I
situation
quote,
that said it.
bro.
the fight was
Devin
offered
was
at
lying. He corrected
Jamil
147,
him.
got more
and
credit
He
than
then
you.
corrected
and
himself.
Boots
He got
wanted
more
at
credibility than
152.
you. He said this.
Listen, boxing
Hacker,
hacker.
Hacker, do you think Jamil?
Devin
Hey,
admit
Hacker, do you think
switched
Jamil
it
gonna
up,
risk
bro.
his credibility to lie to the public? No, he
What?
said on his channel, you got to go catch the live stream. Turkey initially offered that fight at 152. Boots was with it. Devin Haney wasn't. That's why the
So
fight
And
did
that's
what
not
what I
go
live
heard
through.
for
stream?
the first.
What live
Turkey,
stream? Hold on.
Devin wanted it at 147,
Okay.
and it wasn't
Find
offered
the
at
link.
that way. It
Let's
was
bet
offered at a
money. Okay,
catchweight.
find the link where Bill Hayes
Ain't
said that.
nothing else to
Okay.
argue
No.
about.
No.
So you
It's
know
easy to
how
talk. It's
Argue
easy
with
to chat, but guess what?
bro.
This is YouTube. Everything there's history.
Just
There's
give it
historical
up.
YouTube videos. Find the link
Give it up,
and
nigga.
post it.
Give it
Find
up.
the link. Sing the
Haney did
song.
not want that shit. No, he didn't.
Hey. Listen to me again, my brother. Find the link
I'm gonna find that live
and
video. And I'm
post
gonna
it.
send
Yeah.
it to.
Until that happens,
Hey, let me tell you
stop
something. Hey, let me tell you
saying stuff
something.
that have
Hey,
no
2
sources.
cents. Where can I contact your email at so I can send you the live?
You don't even
it's
need to. You can
Or the
post it in the
video
private
of
chat,
Jamil
bro.
saying it.
hold on. It's 2 cents boxing 2, like 2 cents boxing, then the number 2 at gmail.com.
At
You don't even have to do that.
gmail.com.
Just
I'm gonna
post
send
it.
it to you. And
Hold on, y'all. Let
you
me
gonna
get the
have the
super
live
chat.
stream.
Let me get the super chat. Shout out to No More Sleepwalking with the $20 in the super chat. He said hacker's head. Shout out No More Sleepwalking.
Listen, all you gotta do is put the link in the private chat, bro.
He
I
don't
dare
he,
you.
he don't have it right now. He gotta go
He
find
never
it.
will have it, 2 cent.
Man,
But
boxing.
He
why
never
they still
will
want the
have
link in the
it.
private
That's
chat?
comedy,
I
man.
put the link
Even
in
if
the
a
private
nigga, bro,
chat.
I
That shows that they've been lying this whole time because the
bullshit.
private chat shows that Boots Ben said he was moving up.
No,
I
And that he
bullshit.
was not, because he was not he was moving up and he was not standing 147 unless it was a unification. And yet they're still trying to. So what does it matter if you put a link in a private chat?
Oh,
They don't care
he gonna
about.
Yeah,
find a way to
it's
spin it.
okay, but he's still the 147 champion and
He gonna find a way to
147.
spin
He
it.
said
It
he's
doesn't matter.
not fighting anyone unless it was a
Then
unification.
okay,
Devin does not
both
have
things
the belt.
can
He
be
has
true.
absolutely nothing to offer. The only thing he had was that
Both.
he got beat from pillar to post at
Yeah,
140.
yeah.
So why would Boots say
So
147 for him when he already said, I'm not cutting weight again unless it's for unification?
I don't want to
Devin
fight
had,
after the
Devin
Japanese
had
guy.
no
He's
belts
still
to
left. What are
offer.
you talking about?
Devin had no belts to offer. No belts to offer. All he had, he was coming off of getting his butt beat by freaking Ryan Garcia.
He's
And
come
then
off a win,
fought
by
at
the way.
catchweight
But
for
yeah.
no reason. They still didn't explain why he fought at catchweight. There was no reason to fight at catchweight.
He said Ramirez wanted
So
it.
again, at the end of the day,
Ramirez won the
Boots said he
catchweight.
was only standing 147 if it was for
I
unification.
think it went in one
And why
ear and
does he
out the
have
That
the
other,
means he
bro.
will only stand
Why
there
does he
for
have the
Ryan Garcia.
title?
Y'all can talk all y'all want. He was
So he can hold on. So he can
147.
fight Ramirez at a catchweight, but he can't fight Boots at a catchweight?
Exactly. Thank you.
No, Turkey.
2 cent. Make some.
No,
Thank you.
Turkey's belt
Ramirez
was
has
on the
no
line.
title,
The
guys.
Ring
Thank you.
Boots
Magazine
has a
belt was on the
unified
line.
title
Why
at
would Turkey want
147.
him to
What are
fight
y'all
at
talking about?
152?
He fought
What are we
Ramirez
talking
for
about?
nothing. There
Ramirez
was
has
no
0
belt. He fought him
titles.
for nothing. He fought Ramirez at a catchweight for nothing. Meanwhile, he wanted to fight Boots after Boots said, you know what? I'm moving up unless there's unification.
He still didn't
Ramirez
fight the
was a layup
unification.
to forget to the
Ryan never wanted to
Ryan
fight him
fight.
after the Japanese fight, and he didn't want it. What are you talking
Okay,
about?
Ramirez was a
What are
layup
you
to get
talking
to the
about, man?
Ryan fight.
Boots been saying he
But I
wanted to
was
go.
at
He still didn't move up.
147.
Hold on.
Why don't you need to fight at a catchweight to fight Ryan at one?
All right, you trying to kick everybody off, but I gotta kick everybody off. Listen, I was only supposed to be on here till 12. I'm way past my time. I'm gonna let everybody back up. We're gonna get like 2 minutes, get your final 2 cents off, and then y'all gonna have to catch me again Friday on the all women's panel. Chef Jupe will be back. She came up here, salt bathed the panel today, but we're gonna go around the panel. We're gonna start off with you, Blaze, P. What's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show? Shout out No More Sleepwalking again for putting my favorite color in the chat, orange. No more. What's your final 2 cents? What you got?
I would want to say thanks to Sam for holding down the platform, for us to talk this boxing. Just to be brief, like on the between, like again, between Devin and Boots, it's I don't think nobody's ducking anybody when Boots already went to 154 when they was negotiating whether or not they fight Devin or not. Devin wanted it at 150, 147. Boots wanted it higher. They chose to not fight each other. It's all good. They keep handling their business. Like I said, that could be a super fight in the future. And then I want to end with this, 2 Cent. Hey, 2 Cent, I did my homework on Lewis Corker. The first fight, the second fight, seen a little there. I gotta finish completing watching the second fight,
I
and I'll
mean,
give you
that's
my
all he got.
analysis.
He ain't got no feet, but he do got that
Yeah,
overhand.
he got that high guard. He does that high guard, and he walks down. If you talking about going up against Devin, I think Devin just stick and move and to beat him, in my opinion. But I gotta watch the second fight and give you a better analysis, and I catch you later.
Okay. Shout out to Blaze P for P. Blue Hustle Man, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Man, all of us say it's crazy how people. I'm just gonna say like this. Some people are just stubborn, and I'm not trying to be rude when I say that, but strong minded. Let me say that, very very strong minded. That's what I want to say. Some people are very strong minded. So we got to see that on this on this today. You know what I mean? But great live, great show. Uh, uh, Thanks for having me on the panel, and thanks for having good topics to talk about. So on to the next one. You know what I mean?
All right. Shout out Blue Hustle Man. Coming back again. Appreciate you. Paid in
Hmm.
full. What's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
I ain't really got no 2 cents. I just want to kick it with y'all for a minute. I'm out.
All right. Be more bully. What's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show? You
B
there,
Moore's
Be
asleep.
More
That brother's asleep, man.
Bully? Shout out Be More Bully. Boxing Hacker, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Hey, salute to you, 2 cents. Thanks for having us on the platform. Hey, first off, salute to Terence Crawford, man. The pound for pound king, the face of boxing, retired today. And it's really unfortunate, but I think he did the right thing. He's done everything in the sport except lose. So I mean, he's coming out on top. So salute to him. As far as this whole situation with Devin and Boots, at the end of the day, it's really this simple, right? Like I hear people saying that, Boots didn't want to stay at 154. He didn't want to stay at 147. Want to go 154. He was just looking for unification. I hear that, and all those might be true. But what's also true is that there was a fight presented to him at 147, in which he turned down. I mean, it's just as simple as that.
It was never presented at 147. It was 152.
Well, that's what that brother said. He has yet to
So
prove.
technically, Devin.
No, hold on, 2 seconds. Hold on 1 second. No,
Is that why you
that
up here
brother
fighting for your
stated
life?
that.
That's why you up here fighting for your life? Because you just
No. I'm not fighting for my life, but people are making allegations based on like third person perspective. I'm basing on what the first person said. The person who was in the situation said. He's basing on something he heard from some channel, in which he's yet to propose a link. So as far as we know as of today, with the sources that we have that have been proven, there was a fight offered.
People that be lying all the time, Boxing Hacker, that's your source.
Hey, that's not a fallacy. Just because you believe the person lies all the time doesn't mean he's lying right now. Keep that in mind. I can lie 9 times. It doesn't mean I'm going to lie to 10th. So that's logic, right?
Exactly. That's the exact stuff he lies about.
Okay.
Making fights, trying to fight people.
It doesn't mean he's lying. Again, like I said, first person's account, a fight was offered to Boots at 147. He said no, he wanted at 152. So when we said that Boots ducked Devin at 147, he was offered a fight, he said no. Do that with what you will, I mean, it's just that simple. And so when people say that, Devin waited for Boots to leave the division, no. There was a fight offered to Boots. Why? So how is he waiting for somebody to leave the division? If there was a fight offered to that guy. So I don't know. I feel like people underestimate fighters a lot. I remember I made that comment earlier today.
I feel like people Johnson bounce fighters a lot.
Nah, I mean some people do Johnson bounce your guy, but no. I was saying that Shakur can fight Gary Antoine. I think that fight could definitely. If he beats Tio and decides to stay at 147, I think that fight would definitely happen. And you were like, oh, that's a bad style matchup. Of course, it's not.
It definitely is.
Nah, it's not. And he definitely would do that. Shakur wanted that fight before.
When?
Shakur stated he posted on Twitter he wanted
He
that
lied
fight.
about the higher ups hitting him. Talking about
No. Gary Russell said that they weren't moving that way. They were looking for belts. That's what Gary Russell said. They weren't gonna move that way.
I don't think that's how that went, Boxing Hacker. But
that's how it went. 100%. 100%. I always find links. 100%. That's how it went. So they, not to say that they were duck, but they wanted to go for the belts, which is fine. But if Shakur has a belt, that means he's in Gary Russell's way if he doesn't drop it. So that fight could definitely happen, and I think that would be a great fight. And Devin can definitely fight Boost. And there's no fighter here that's immortal. No matter how great a fighter looks or how spectacular the shots look, everybody has weaknesses. I definitely think Devin will pull it off against Boost. I think people are seeing Boost is a great fighter, and it will take a special fighter to beat him. But I think Devin
is not him.
I think he is, and I hope that when that does happen, if it does happen,
special about Devin, Boxing Hacker. I hate to break it.
Hey, Toussaint, I was in a panel full of like 30 people, including Mr. Brian Norman Sr. I told him, hey, Devin's gonna beat Brian Norman Sr. About Brian Norman Jr. I don't think they have the footwork.
I don't know why you keep talking to me about Brian Norman, bro.
Because and you were wishy-washy a little bit, but you
I was never wishy-washy. Stop.
You did pick.
I was
you
never
were a little bit. You were like, I don't know, but yeah, I think Devin can get him.
No, the fuck I was.
You were.
He said Brian Norman was not winning that fight. Hell, how water? You lying now?
Oh my goodness!
Go ahead,
look, I would say this right, not excluding you, but there were a lot of people who were like, "Oh, Brian Norman got footwork. What? Devin ain't even that good." And then they started showing videos of him jump roping and move around the ring in a circle. And it's like, see, he got footwork, Like I said, every fight, some fighters look invincible against the fighter they're fighting. But when you have two special fighters, because Boost is a special fighter,
2 minutes.
But Devin is also a special fighter, and I think when that fight happens, a lot of people are gonna be surprised. And I will put money on Devin. With that, I'm out. Salute to you, Jube. I never called you a liar. No disrespect intended, of course. So salute to you as well, and the panel in the chat. Take care, y'all.
All right. Ty, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
So 2 cents. I sent you the link or whatever. This idiot hacker said I had no proof. I went and found a video. It's a 40-minute live stream that Jamil streamed some like a week or two ago or whatever. You can go watch that, and in the middle of it, he's breaking down what I'm saying, and he's more credible than he is. And Haney's a known liar. Jamil has no reason to lie. Jamil is a journalist. It's his duty to tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because he got people that's working close to the situation that gives him information back. And it has to be credible before he puts that out there. You know what I'm saying? So already sent the link or whatever. You can take of it what you will, 2 cents or whatever. But I appreciate you bringing me up on the panel and, discussing this with you guys or whatever. Hacker, he just wants to keep arguing lies and stupid shit he heard from one side without getting all and taking it for face value. So I just wanted to just get that to you or whatever, and you can just take it if you will or whatever. But Jamil's way more credible than Hacker. Hacker don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Jamil knows what he's talking about because he's close to the he has people that's close to the situation, and he's close to the the innocents. He knows what. So yeah, the fight was offered at 52 initially. Devin wanted to counter that with it being at 147 because he was just getting to the division, and that's why the fight didn't happen. He wanted it at 147. Turkey initially offered it at 152, and that's what it was.
All right.
So,
shout out Ty coming up on the panel. Join us again. Come back. No cap. What's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show? You got 2 minutes.
Yeah, shout out to Bud for retiring undefeated and destroying the legacy of Canelo Alvarez and Mauricio Suleiman in the WBC. Rest in peace to the WBC. Thank Bud for your service. I salute Bud. He can go off to the sunset. His job well done getting these bums out the paint. Suleiman, he ain't shit. It's a special place in hell for him for the scam he been running with the WBC. Canelo, we all know he going in the history books as being a fucking bum, like where he belongs, and it's all thanks to Bud. So shout out to the Bud buddies for holding it down. You know what I'm saying? These last few years, we out this bitch and the hacker dog, that Devin Haney shit is stop, man. We don't need it. We can hate on Haney some other day. Today was Bud Day, and you made it about Haney. You got Haney draws on the sunny day, ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get Haney. Leave Haney draws alone, though. It's all right. They be there tomorrow.
Hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know, shout out to Bud. He did everything he needed to do. Ain't nothing else to do. You know, shit. It ain't nothing else to say. It is what it is. The best of this era. Ain't no dispute.
All right. Shout out No Cap. Thank you for coming, giving your 2 cents. Fly Frequency, 2 minutes. What's your final 2 cents?
And as far as that Bud, as far as that Boots and Devin situation, I think I lean towards what Devin said as opposed to what this guy Ty said is telling us that Boots side said. And the reason why is because I feel like Turkey, I don't think Boots was in good standing all like that with Turkey because he kind of disappointed Turkey a few times. That being one reason. The second reason being that Turkey was trying to get a fight for Devin. He wasn't trying to get a fight for Boots. Devin was his guy that he was trying to get, a fight for. So, we saw that when it was Tio, and then when Tio pulled out, then, he tried to get Boots. So the fight was being made for Devin. So why would he go to Boots first? So he definitely talked to Devin first, asked Devin if he wanted to fight Boots. And that's why Turkey came out with that tweet and said that he respect Devin because he'll fight anybody, because he probably didn't think that Devin would say he would fight Boots. But when, after Tio pulled out and he offered, asked Devin if he would fight Boots, and Devin said, yeah, that was the result tweet. And that's why I think that, he was talking to Devin first, and Devin said he wanted to fight him at 147 because he wanted the belts, and the ring belt was on the line too. So why would Turkey be ready to give him a fight, start the fight negotiation off with 152 when his belt is on the line and the other 2 belts? A unification. Being a unified champion, that will make it a bigger fight. So naturally, I would think that Turkey would try to get the fight at 147 because of all of those reasons, and not saying that Boots ducked or nothing like that, because I don't think he ducked. I think Boots just made a conscious decision for his career. His doctor told him that it wasn't healthy for him to continue trying to make weight at 147, and so he was doing the best for his career, and that's that.
All right, thank you, Fly.
Dang, I still had a
Oh,
little
you're not
bit more.
done? Oh, come on, you only had 2 minutes. Come on.
All right. So as far as the immediately after the Ryan Garcia situation, when we got some clarity, Ryan Garcia popped dirty and all of that, Devin had came out and said that he was going to fight all of his fights at a catchweight. I don't know if y'all remember that or not, but that's what he said. He said from now on, I'm not fighting. He said from now on, I'm fighting at whatever weight I want to fight at. I'm not fighting, just for belts or whatever. It could be. It's going to be at catchweights. And so he never said that he didn't like catchweights. He said rehydration clauses. He said he'll never fight.
When he said that shit.
He said he'll never fight with a rehydration clause. And he said that multiple times. And so I just think it's funny how people try to spin that narrative and say they try to mash the two together. He said catchweights and rehydration clauses. No, he just said they're two different things, and they're two different things. And he said he don't like hydration clause. He said he don't like rehydration clauses. He never said he don't like catchweights.
Don't use catchweights or rehydration clauses. He literally put that on Twitter, I believe.
I didn't see that part. I didn't see that. But I could go by the interviews that I heard him actually say that he was going to fight all of his fights
So you
at
would
catch
agree
weight.
Devin be capping and saying shit. He be
No,
bullshit.
no, I don't be. Y'all be claiming that he be capping, but I yet to come across something that he was actually capping about. I think that's just another one of the narratives that Tinkerbells like to spin. But the last thing I just wanted to say is
Oh, bro, you had
congratulations to Bud. Congratulations to Bud. You know what
all
I'm
right.
saying? He a true champion, 3 times undisputed. I think he was 4 times lineal
All right,
champion as well.
coming up. Shout
Uh,
out, thank you for coming up. Mr. Greg, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Hey, there's always going to be conditions and chatter and conversations about who will fight who and how they're going to fight them and when they're going to fight them. Those fights will come when they come. I don't believe, as I just said, I've said it consistently. Devin has not been as good as I thought he was at 135. I don't think he has much of a chance of beating Boots at 147, and definitely not at 154. My offer to Hacker stands, so you can hold me to that because I said what I said and I meant it. If I think that was Frinklet who was on, who didn't think I was right when I said Devin doesn't have the will, and I don't mean he's scared to fight him. I don't think he has the will to fight him. And once they get in the ring, he doesn't have the will and he doesn't have the kind of skill he'll need, to me, to beat Boots. We'll see if that ever happens at 154. And when that time comes, we'll address it then with the bet. But again, thank you for letting me come on.
All
Uh,
right, all right.
I just want to get that one more time in. Bud was a good subject. He was a good fighter. He gave us a lot of content before and after all of his fights. He goes on to the sun undefeated. He did exactly what he wanted to do. He defied the odds. He defied the promoters. He defied everyone. And we watched him. Whether we liked him or not, I liked him. What he does next, I hope he does something for boxing while he's still around. And we'll see what
He
happens.
gonna do something for boxing, all right, Mr. Greg.
Well, I hope he does. And there'll be more things to talk about. So that's a good thing as well. Thank you for letting me come on. I had a good time. I like to listen and watch. It's, al- it's always some fireworks from time to time. Um, but anyway, I'll see you Friday.
All
And
right, Mr. Greg.
I don't, uh, well, the Friday's the 20th. Yeah, you have a good Christmas, just in case I don't, because I'm not certain. But y'all have a good Christmas. Enjoy yourself with your families. And I'll talk with you then.
All right, Mr. Greg.
All righty.
Oh Lord. Jude, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show? Jude,
She
you
on
know?
mute.
You on mute.
Mm-hmm.
Jude, you on mute if you talking. Jude probably like, I fell asleep. All right, Jude. Well, all right, y'all. Thank you for joining me tonight. Come back Friday with the all women's panel ladies night over here at 2 Cents Boxing. I got some interesting topics. I've actually spoke with some fighters, gave me some scoop on the WBC, and I got some news for y'all. It may not be the news that y'all think it is, but it's starting to seem as like the plan to try to take down the WBC is even more sinister than what it's showing right now on the surface. But y'all come back Friday so I can give y'all the scoop and let y'all know what I'm saying about that and give you my 2 cents about the situation. Terence T. Bud Crawford, the best fighter the universe has ever seen, has retired today. Shout out to him, the most accolade, the most decorated fighter we've ever seen. 3 times undisputed, the first male to ever do it in the 4 belt era without ever even having an undisputed run. Ain't that amazing? 3-time undisputed, and you ain't never even have to go on a run for him and fight champion after champion and have to champion. You didn't have to do that. He was able to swoop those belts up. Boom, one foul swoop. Amazing. Opportunity after opportunity. I mean, listen, to be blackballed and 3 times undisputed, unheard of. It's unheard of. So, shout out to Terence T. Bug Crawford.
Oh, that's a nice picture, 2 Cent.
Shout out to him. If anybody can do it, it's Terence Bud Crawford. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do now, Mr. Greg. B-side Bud is gonna be gone. We're
Hey,
gonna miss it.
2 Cent,
Huh?
I just thought about something, and it might be true, it might not be, because the sanctioning fees have been an issue. I started to think part of probably why there was no undisputed run because he didn't have to pay all those sanctioning fees every time he defended the undisputed position.
Oh yeah, it was all strategic. He's a genius.
I kind of like that to some degree in terms of not having to pay that 300,000 every time you
But
have
it
to fight.
it ruins the this is the hardcore should be against this, Mr. Greg.
Yeah,
They shouldn't be backing Bud. He look at what he's doing. This is not what the hardcores want to see. They want to see the best fighting the best, champion after champion fight. Not you coming through and swelling it up. And that's why I'm done with the hardcore fans, Mr. Gray. They a bunch of hypocrites. I'm done with them.
yeah, buddy.
But shout out to Terrence Bud Crawford. Shout out to everybody that supported the channel today through the super chat. Shout out to everybody that left a comment. If you listening to the replay of this live, or if you haven't already, be sure to punch that like and subscribe button. Punch the like and subscribe button. I need to start having 100 likes before I get off these lives because I need to know if I need to keep doing them. If I ain't getting no likes and you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna keep doing it. I gotta make some changes. So if you like the show, if this is your first time here, punch the like and subscribe button. And if this is your first time here, I definitely encourage you to come back at least 3 or 4 times because you never know what you're gonna get on 2 Cents After Dark. The conversation was pretty tame tonight. It was pretty tame tonight. But listen, if you don't want your host all in the videos, cussing you out, timing you out the chat, kicking you off the panel, come on over to 2 Cents Boxing, where we talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Thank you.